Hello, hello. Okay. Station. Okay, I sound okay. Hello, hello. Hello. Okay, cool. All right, let's get started. Gotta work on the Bastion first, I think, and then maybe go from there. I wanna. Is this the pirate hat? Yeah. I think if I skew the pirate hat. Yo, what's up? Welcome. Yeah, like maybe like this a little bit. Make it look a little better. I have a lot of work to get through today. Many thumbnail. Many thumbnails. Let's open them all up. I'll show you all what we're working with today. It's for a broken metas video. Have this one right here. And we have this one here. And we have this one here. I think this one or this one are my favorite. I think the Bastion one's cute, but I don't think it's gonna get a high click-through rate. I think it's too complicated, but we'll see. Gonna go in and get it drawn though. Okay. And bam. Yeah, I think the yellow on the other ones really pops. I think it looks really good. But it's gonna take a while to find out. I guess we have to get the rest of the video made before we can even figure out if any of them are good. That's how it goes though. I wish you could like test thumbnails without actually having a video up. That would be awesome. And then you could know. Then you wouldn't even have to make the bad videos. Like our last video did not perform well. I think it was a title and thumbnail issue. It kind of recovered after I changed it a bunch of times, but it's still not great. Maybe it just wasn't an interesting idea. I don't know, it's hard to know. It's rough. You're just guessing most of the time, it feels like, on YouTube. What's going to do well and what's not. I'm trying to focus more on just making something that I think is like fun, interesting, cool, whatever, and less on like, oh, I think people will actually want to see this. Or well, I guess those are kind of the same thing. Less on like, um, how do I want to put this? Less, this is what I think will get the most views, and more like, I think this is something that's cool and interesting that people will want to watch. But I guess those are kind of the same thing. Oh, that line is, it's probably fine. Who cares? I could probably get these done faster if I didn't try and like make them perfect. Nobody's gonna notice that that one line is a little wonky except for me. Gotta have that attitude more instead of spending a bajillion years on these. They take so much time. But since hopefully I won't be writing the scripts anymore, hopefully it'll be less time overall, and I'll have more time to make thumbnails, which is my favorite part of making the videos. That's the goal. I'd like to only have to do the stuff that I actually really like doing on making videos and nothing else. We need this. I think we need this other line in here. I'm to like hold my breath while I draw them. Okay. Good progress. Starting to come together. Yeah. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get the rest of this actually like drawn, to be honest with you, because it's not just like the character that I'm tracing over, or like nothing from Overwatch. I had to like photo bash sort of the rest of the stuff together, and I've never done anything like that really. So it's definitely gonna be a learning process. I'm not sure how good it's gonna turn out. Oops. Been thinking about streaming more, like actually like trying to stream actual content, and not just like this, which I would consider this not really like real content. You know, like nobody's there may be like, is, I don't know, 10 people, being generous, I think, who would care to watch this and like just listen to me talk for like an hour, because our channel is like brand new basically in terms of YouTube, and we have no real like actual dedicated audience. Like if I died tomorrow and somebody else replaced me, nobody's gonna be like, oh, where'd that guy go? Maybe for like a video or two, but after that it'll be, nobody would even care because nobody knows who I am. So I think trying to like be more of a personality is probably a good move for the channel. And maybe like actually playing games or something. Trying to, the thing with streaming is though that it's like, you don't want to just be, the reason that people don't succeed in streaming is that they just like show up to the stream and are like, yo, what's up, I'm gonna play games in near silence for the next 2 hours, and I expect you people to watch and listen to me, which is just not, like, nobody wants to do that. That's why nobody's watching this stream, is because like nobody just wants to sit here and listen to me talk about random stuff, really. So if I'm gonna stream, it needs to be like actually good content. I have a Discord, but it's for like making content. It's like content creation Discord, and that's like sort of the issue, is that I love Overwatch. Don't get me wrong, I love Overwatch. This, I mean, I wouldn't make a channel on Overwatch if I didn't love it. But it's not like a huge interest of mine anymore. I know a lot about the game. I still play it like every weekend nearly, and I still enjoy playing it, and I still want to make content on it. But like when it comes to the things that I like actually really meaningfully care about, Overwatch is pretty low on that list. I care about getting really good at YouTube and making awesome YouTube videos. So if I were to make a Discord, like there's just like, what am I gonna, I don't have anything to really talk about there that I feel like our audience on this channel would actually care about, because I don't care about Overwatch enough. I thought about maybe doing like patch note videos and stuff, because like I feel like that's an easy way to sort of like connect with people, and it would become like, oh, you know, I can go to the watch over for this thing that I normally go to car queue for or whatever. And so maybe that would be like an avenue towards that, or maybe just trying to do more stuff like this, maybe putting more effort into it, like actually maybe be on camera or for these, or like, I don't know, try and plan out some content or react to stuff or things like that. Try and do things an actual streamer would do. I think that could be an avenue. And then I also don't even know how badly I want to do that. You know, like how important is it to me to be like quote unquote famous to some degree or whatever. Like I don't really care too much about that, I don't think. That comes with its own list of problems and stuff. What I really want to do is just like make a lot of money and enjoy the work that I get to do. Yeah, if you, I think I agree. Yeah, a lot of people do care about patch notes, and you want to hear your favorite creator go over those patch notes. And I'm nobody's favorite creator. Well, I mean, some people say in the comments, but like that might be 10 people or whatever. Let's be super generous and say the 17,000 subscribers that we have would rather hear me go over the patch notes. It becomes like opportunity cost. Is it actually worth it to go over the patch notes? Do I want like a video that only has a few thousand views on the channel? Like even the fact that the explained in series that we did that goes over all the characters, I don't like that sits on the channel with like 20k views. It bothers me. Because those videos just like don't do well. And to be fair, they didn't do. We expected them to hit the search algorithm, so like whenever you're searching for like every hero explained, our video would come up, but it just didn't do that. So there's no way we could know that was going to happen that way. But you know, I guess I should just start covering patch notes. They're easy videos to make too. But I just don't know if I have much to add. Oh, hey, how's Germany? I've never been there. My partner loves German food. She's actually complaining to me today about how there's no good German food where we live in Texas. But I think patch notes are probably going to be easy videos to put out. Maybe people will be interested in hearing what I have to say about them, but I'm not even good at Overwatch either is like the problem. I think another thought I've had is like maybe I could just spend like a little bit of time grinding out ranked, like actually just stream a rank grind and get good at Overwatch for reals for once and climb and then be like masters or something. Really? I don't, from the UK, I don't have an accent or nothing. Is it because I post at like 10 and at night always? I could see that doing it. We pretty much always, what happens is I work in the morning for like 6 hours and then I take a lunch and then I work on YouTube. And then we just work until like 10 o'clock to get the video out that night. That's pretty much what always happens. That's why we upload so late. Yeah. I put lotion on my hands because they're always so dry, and got a drink from the fridge and it's like got condensation all over it, and now it's just like slippery. I can't even hang on to it. I'm gonna spill whatever this is all over my desk. Oh man, something awful happened to me once. I used to be like a corporate trainer. I would train people on how to like process applications, and I was in the middle of a training. I had a big Whataburger cup full of water, and I spilled it. I knocked it over all over my desk, and there was like it got all on my keyboard. I had a like terrible $10 keyboard from Walmart at the time too, and I like pinged my entire. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm glad that you like it. We try to make the best stuff that we can. But yeah, I had pinged like my entire team because I worked remotely. I still do, and I was like, hey, you know, I've spilled water all over my desk. My shit is fucked. I need somebody to come like hold this class over while I'm gone. And so I spent the next like 30 minutes, you know, taking apart my keyboard. Like literally, it's so cheap that I just unscrewed like 4 screws and took it apart, and it had like that. I don't know if you've taken a keyboard apart, but it has that plasticky like film for the buttons, and all of the keys are like connected in one big piece of plastic. But I took the whole thing apart and like I dry it off and everything, and I get back and it's been like 40 minutes. And I'm like, oh, hey guys, I'm back. Did anybody come in here? And they're like, no. So they just sat there for 40 minutes in silence with no idea where I went, really. Oh, man, it was rough. I'm so glad I don't work there anymore. I knew my entire life that I didn't want to work like in corporate America, and then I wandered around, did nothing for several years, and then got a job in corporate America. I wanted to blow my brains out. What a surprise. I just don't do well working for other people. That's why I'm so happy that our YouTube is finally doing well. I still have to work my job, but every day we get closer. I get closer to freedom. I also might want to work it in general for a while, just because it's like extra money. I don't know. I feel like a lot of YouTubers don't talk about stuff like this. Like they don't talk about how they got to where they are, um, or like they don't talk about like how they got to where they are. They don't talk about their finances. They don't talk about like their motivation. It's for like making content or anything. It's always just sort of like surface level, like haha, look at me play video game. Money, true. I love money. I used to hate money. Sambucha. I've never heard of that person. I have to add him to the list of people to go look at from this stream. Somebody else told me to look at some other guy. I did look at them. I don't remember their name though. Okay. This is looking pretty good so far. Yeah, I feel like probably most people like start on YouTube because they want to make money, but it's just like a horrible plan to have. If you've never made any content in your life and you have no prior experience making like any kind of video stuff or like graphic design, even graphic design skills are not super helpful in YouTube because a thumbnail doesn't need to look nice. It just needs to catch somebody's eye and make them click on the video. Um, so that often means the thing that works the best is not the thing that looks the nicest, which is a really hard thing to learn. I feel like if you actually have the graphic design experiences, sometimes prior experience can even be detrimental to your success on YouTube. But yeah, if you want to be successful on YouTube and you want to make money from it, it's likely going to take you at least a year. I know almost nobody who's seen real like monetary success on YouTube in less than a year's time. Yeah, like the I genuinely think that our thumbnails do look nice and make people click, but that's, I mean, our thumbnails are really unique. They're in a really unique style that like doesn't, it's probably not going to work for a lot of people. So I think we're kind of like an exception to that rule. But like if you look at a MrBeast thumbnail, like artistically, it's not nice to look at. It just makes you click. It catches your eye. It stops you from scrolling. Um, yeah, and it gets you interested in the video. And so like nowhere in that list of things that a thumbnail has to accomplish is look nice in there. And I would imagine if you have like prior like TV or like some kind of production experience, a lot of that stuff probably just is not applicable to YouTube either. And it's probably like counterintuitive in a way. I don't know. Making content is really difficult, but I still think everyone should do it. It's crazy to think that being a content creator is the #1 like most wanted job in America or whatever. I think, right? Isn't it? Let's look it up. YouTuber most desired job. A 2019 study by Harris Poll on behalf of Lego shows that kids in the UK and US are 3 times more likely to want to become YouTubers or vloggers rather than astronauts. Okay, that doesn't seem like a very helpful statistic. Study finds YouTuber is the most popular job children want when they grow up. Yeah. Crazy. I feel like everybody wants to be an influencer of some kind. I feel like a lot of people underestimate what that's like though. Whenever I know I did whenever I first started making videos there, I just figured there would be like this dream point that we would get to where it would be like, oh, this isn't work anymore. Like I'm not working. I'm just making videos and having fun. But it's not really like that. Like it's still like real work. It takes a lot of time and effort. It's never is it probably going to be just turn on the camera and like play video games and have fun. And even if it is, you have so much other stuff to worry about, like the back end on numbers and stuff, especially if you're dependent on the money. The content creator boom in 2022 led to so many slop channels. Yeah, and I think that's just gonna get worse. as time goes on, because soon you won't even be able to tell the difference between like an AI video and a regular video that some human made. So like the slop will just get more and more common. However, it can't be that bad of slop because people still watch it. I mean, if it was bad content, people wouldn't watch it. And if you are a person who's making content and you can't compete with the slop content, then that means you're making slop that's worse than slop. The bar is really low. Like, we don't even put that much time and effort into our videos in comparison to like what they could be. Now, if you're in a bigger niche, it might be more worth it because you know you can spend more time to get more views. But because Overwatch has like a cap of like 2 million views, probably it's not worth it to spend 6 months making the perfect Overwatch video because at most it could get 2 million views, and 2 million views is gonna be like 10K probably. Maybe if we're generous, 20K, but that's not enough to live on. And if you can only get one of those like out every 6 months, like congratulations, you're making $40,000 a year. Hello, welcome. Oh no, there we go. Yeah, so I think there's so much room in Overwatch to make better content too. Like oops, the bar is really low for entry in a lot of gaming because a lot of it is just like so much of it is just people thinking they can turn the camera on and play a game and be funny. It's really difficult to be that funny or that entertaining in a video. I think like Northern Lion is a good example of somebody who has spent like 10 years like learning to improv and be funny consistently. Like if you're not practicing on that level, I just don't think that you're gonna make it in today's like creator environment, just trying to be like a funny guy who turns on the camera and plays video games. And then you see a lot of new creators think that them and their friends are gonna be able to do that. That like their friend group is just so funny that people are gonna watch them play any game and make jokes with each other. Like that's another common pitfall I see all the time. I think people when you first start, you underestimate just how much work you have to put in to like actually make a good content that people want to watch. Okay, we have nearly, I would say like 40-50% of Bastion done. We gotta color him in, and then we gotta figure out how on earth I'm gonna draw a boat and some waves. Actually make it look good. Yo, what's up? Oh, I hope you have a good day at work when you go eventually. Yeah, I'm just drawing up the next thumbnails for the next video. And I don't know if you guys have seen that Forever Winter game. I was really excited for it when I saw the trailer and stuff, and then I saw the gameplay whenever it came out, and it looks so mid. I'm so glad I didn't like buy it. Yeah, I don't think it's a game I'd even be interested in, which really sucks because I was excited. It looked awesome from the art and stuff, and like, dude, I don't know if you guys have seen those videos. They have like millions of views about the game that this other guy made. Yeah, it looks so good. I was so excited, but it just looks bad now. It looks unfun. To be fair, I don't exactly know what I was expecting either, but not what came out. See, if I was a real streamer, we'd go react to the video and talk about it, and then that'd be a segment, and we'd upload that to the channel. Which I guess is an avenue that maybe I could go down in the future. I don't know. I thought about maybe trying to do some like less scripted stuff. I have a series of videos I really want to try. And truthfully, I don't know why we haven't tried them yet. Just kind of get put on the back burner as a YouTube short. So that we are working on YouTube shorts right now. Our goal right now is to get two long form videos out a week and a short out a day. But there's just no way we can do that by ourselves. So we've hired a friend to write some scripts for us. I I think my partner is going to be able to do the thumbnails, or not the thumbnails, sorry, I'm doing the thumbnails right now. Angel, can you hear my cat meowing at me? What do you want? Yeah, I think with the help of our friend, gonna be able to get 2 videos out. Partner's working on the shorts, so hopefully that's like something that they're able to do all on their own, and then all I have to do is like record the voiceover for them or the camera segments or whatever, and then we can actually put out some shorts content. And I don't know if you guys saw, but they're actually raising the length of shorts to 3 minutes, which will be really interesting. I don't think revenue is going to go up, but maybe it will, because shorts don't pay anything. I don't know if you guys know this, but shorts make you, like, in comparison to long form, like, you could certainly still make like a full-time income from shorts if that's what you wanted to do, but you have to be getting millions and millions of views consistently to do so. I think like 10 cents, like 15 cents is a good RPM for shorts, whereas like our long form videos have like a $6 RPM per 1,000 views. It's just crazy to think about the difference. If you get 1 million views on a short, you're making like $100, which is just absurd. So I don't think them going up to 3 minutes in length is really going to change the revenue. I think it might help with like sponsors, because then you can do a sponsored segment in a short and actually like still have like a video with content to it. Because you know, you could maybe do a sponsor for like 10 seconds or something of the short, and then do like the rest of the content of the short in the other 3 minutes. But I don't know. And I think we'll see like a rise of like sort of like TikTok-esque shorts too. So like right now, YouTube shorts in comparison to TikTok are like really heavily produced, sort of. There's almost always something on the screen. It feels like you're watching like a short YouTube video. As opposed to where on TikTok, it feels kind of like somebody just turned their camera on in their like room and they're talking to you. It feels very authentic in a way that YouTube Shorts does not. I suspect that we'll see a rise of creators who just sort of like turn the camera on and talk, like yap about something for 3 minutes, with the shorts change, and that'll be exciting. I don't know if we'll make any 3-minute shorts. I think I'd like to, because I suspect that YouTube will push that, you know, their brand new feature pretty heavily. So we want to take advantage of that if we can, obviously. But so much stuff to do and no time. I gotta stream. I gotta make 2 videos. I gotta make shorts. We gotta do so much stuff, and then there's still only 24 hours in the day. Gotta learn to work more efficiently, or I guess hire people. Those are your options. Oh, be quiet. Why are you meowing? What could you possibly want? Probably just wants to sit in my lap. Come here. What? I don't even know if you can hear her yelling at me. She loves to yell at me. Okay. Give her a treat. I don't even know if we have any treats. I wish. We need to give them catnip. Watch them freak out. Okay. Bam. Bam. Okay, we got like a little bit more on Bastion. I'd say just a little bit. And then we'll do the pirate hat, I think, since it's going to sit on top of Bastion. I try to work like in elements of the thumbnail, like one element at a time. So get all of Bastion done, and then maybe like get anything connected to him directly done, and then like work on the pirate ship. I think we'll save the waves for last. I'm not feeling confident about the waves. I don't want to just copy the like art that I jacked for the thumbnail. I feel like that'd be kind of messed up. But we'll see. I may have no choice because I'm not artistically gifted anymore. only autistically gifted at this point. Okay. I am level 96, 97 in fire making in RuneScape. I'm about to hit 99. I think I have like another day of grinding and I'll be free of Winterthought. I'll be able to actually say I got a 99 in RuneScape. Childhood me will be so happy. A true achievement. I can't wait. I need to find the cross section of people who play Overwatch and people who play RuneScape and make the RuneScape Overwatch YouTube channel. That's the dream right there. Don't like that line. Yeah, leave that one out. You used to play RuneScape? Don't you know what they say? You never stop playing RuneScape, you just take breaks. You'll be back one day. How it feels. Once you start, you're a RuneScape player for life. Oh, that was a really bad line. I watched the huge fan of Elder Scrolls as well. See, this is where I gotta come in with the hot takes of that I don't like any of the Elder Scrolls games at all. Like not even a little bit. They just don't do it for me, man. The whole like go here, do this, go talk to guy, go kill 10 goblins, come back, go through like the same dungeon over and over again. Just not for me. I don't understand it. I played New Vegas, and it's, you know, it's kind of the same game. I really enjoyed New Vegas, but yeah, not on that front. I think I need to start the debate me channel about video games. I saw a guy who was just he was just sitting at his computer arguing about Naruto and like power scaling and like stupid nerd shit. And he would just sit there and argue with people about it in the chat and like paste the super chats he got on the screen. And he just like no gameplay or anything in the background either. This I'm gonna learn to live with that line that's so wonky, even though I hate it. Yeah, like that's the move, man. Can you imagine? You just make a living off of arguing about Naruto all day and who's stronger? That's the dream right there. I can just I'll just make the thumbnail of this stream like 6v6 sucks, debate me, and then sit here for like 4 hours and argue with people about that. I don't have too strong of opinions about the 6v6 5v5 debate. I don't really care. They both have their strengths and weaknesses. I feel like I might want to go back to 6v6 more though, because Genji has kind of like lost his identity. Sort of. He doesn't feel the same anymore. He's not nearly as fun to play as he used to be. It feels like he just kind of doesn't really have a job anymore in the same way that he used to. Like I never feel like I can really get like a good flank off or anything. Like it feels like he just lost some of his play styles. And that was the thing that I liked about Genji so much always, was that there were like a bunch of ways to play him. And if you, depending on the situation you were in, you got to pick. Like, oh, you know, what would really help our team right now is if I tried to farm Blade as fast as possible. Or like, oh, you know, they have a really weak backline. I need to go on these wild flanks and climb over walls and stuff and jump people and try and get a pick. So, yeah, not having that stuff in the game anymore for Genji just feels really bad. I don't know if I'm going to color Bastion yet. This is such a, oh, I almost missed this over here. He has such a complicated like color scheme going on here with all of the different little pieces of him. I don't know. I'm not feeling up to it at the moment. Playing off tank with another tank also felt like one of the most fun times you've ever had. Yeah, I can see that. I think I actually like tanking more. I know that's gonna sound so crazy to so many people, but yeah, I think I like tank more in Overwatch 2. Oh, I can see 4 people left instantly as soon as I said that. That's so funny. But I have reasons for it. One, I felt like the ranks I played in Overwatch 1, I never had a good tank combo anyway. Like, it was always some dude on Roadhog or like Ball, and I'm over here like on Reinhardt begging for a Zarya, or I'm on Winston and they're on Diva, and they have no idea like how to follow a dive in. So like they're playing Diva, but they're not playing Diva the right way. So it just like the amount of coordination it required, I never got that level of support in Overwatch 1 anyway. So I was never at a rank where that sort of fun tank dynamic ever happened anyway. It was not worth it. Um, and I personally enjoy having all of the pressure on me. I like being the one who can't make a mistake, and if I make a mistake we lose. Like I enjoy that feeling of like everything hinging on me and my actions a lot more. That's part of the reason I actually don't like playing Overwatch a ton right now. It feels like every single game I play, there's some dude who is on fucking DPS and he goes negative. Like every single game, somebody's going negative, and I just don't understand how you go negative in Overwatch. And it just feels like impossible to win with this guy on my team because he's going negative. Whereas, in Overwatch 2, you were way more team reliant, way more team dependent, and I really don't care for that. Truthfully, I don't like the team aspect of Overwatch. I like the characters. I think they're fun to play. I enjoy playing Genji and Doomfist and stuff, but I don't like having to rely so much on my teammates to perform or we lose the game. I try not to focus too hard on um on like what my teammates are doing and stuff. Like take accountability for my own actions and just assume that I have complete 100% of control over whether or not we win, because that's the only real way to improve and actually even enjoy the game. The moment you start blaming other people, like really blaming them, like I'll joke and say, "Oh my god, I can't believe this guy's like doing this. He's throwing the game or whatever." Um, but when it comes down to like how you actually like really internally feel about the game and your performance and stuff, like if you relinquish control to the other people on your team, like you're just only doing yourself a disservice. You have to assume that you are in 100% control of the outcome of every single game that you play. That's the only way to improve, in my opinion, or like get better and stay sane. Okay, almost done with this pirate hat. But I think I feel a little like out of touch with Overwatch and like how to actually be good at it and how to um or like how the community as a whole feels about Overwatch and stuff. I just like I'm not as plugged in as I used to be. I used to spend all of my time like thinking about and playing and talking about Overwatch like all of the time. I just don't do that anymore. I have like all of that energy goes into YouTube now, like trying to understand YouTube and trying to be better at that. Like that's my primary focus in life. It's not Overwatch anymore. Overwatch is like barely a focus at this point. It's only for like the channel. Okay, this was looking pretty cute, I gotta say. But yeah, I feel kind of like out of touch. Like I need to spend more time playing Overwatch and stuff. I need to take some time to actually get good at the game. We've been playing a lot of Fortnite though. Fortnite's just more fun because I don't have to worry about what anybody else does on the team. Like it's we either like win because we're good or we lose because we're bad. There's no like, oh man, this guy went negative. I can't believe somehow you've made it to plat and you're going fucking negative in my game. How? Color in the pirate hat. This is the best part of this image. This pirate hat right here. Dude, I have I have so many more thumbnails to work on. This is taking so long. And then after this, I have to go to fucking work. Cringe. Work is cringe. Working for somebody else is cringe. Working on YouTube is awesome. That's peak. It's peak life right here. But going to job is cringe. Hate it. Not too bad though. I've been playing RuneScape while I work, so like that makes it a little more tolerable. But only a little bit. I'd rather just be playing RuneScape and not working, you know. But I guess it's kind of fun to earn you know, money while I'm playing RuneScape. That's kind of cool. Kind of sick. It's definitely a privileged position to be in. You know, you could be working and not earning any money and being sad and just sad, not sad and playing RuneScape. Could always be worse. Gotta keep perspective. I think, yeah, we can leave the eyes colored. I was gonna say maybe I should just color the eyes in completely black, but I think it's fine. It's whatever. Probably doesn't make much of a difference. Probably a thing I shouldn't care about for the sake of getting these done faster. For little details nobody else is gonna notice but me right now. I'll forget too. That's looking pretty good. How long have I been streaming so far? Also, thanks to everyone for showing up to the stream who is here. I really do appreciate it. It is fun. I like doing these, and I will continue to do them while I make the thumbnails. I've been streaming for 40 minutes. I suspect this will take me another 40 minutes probably to finish, so it probably takes me like 2 hours, I'd say. And that's not including the time it took me to mock up this and like get everything like photo bash together. But that doesn't normally take me very long. I'm normally just like taking screenshots from Overwatch. And like that's not hard to do at all. I'm trying to pick the color for Bastion's thing, right? Like his main color right here. I think we're gonna go with like this color here. I always try and choose a lighter color, so it like makes the thumbnail pop more. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with this. This looks fine to me. Color it all in. I like to go in and mark where this color will have to be, and then I can turn the underlying layer off and just go in and color everything without worrying about, oh, what color goes where. Makes it much easier. Pro tip if you're ever gonna steal our thumbnail style, I guess. Okay, that looks pretty. I think I got everywhere like touchstone. We'll go do a little bit more here just so I know. Okay, I think that looks pretty much like it got it off. So now we'll turn this off. I think we actually are gonna need another layer too of like a bright, let's go bright blue. And we'll paste, or not paste, oops. What's the right word? Let's just do this instead. What's going on? Oh, I'm on white. Duh. There we go. Okay, turn everything back on. Turn this off. Go here. Now we can actually see easily when we've colored a spot in and when we haven't. Stranded on an island with an Overwatch character, if you're choosing, who would you choose and why? Wow, what a surprise. Dead Love Shoe says Junkrat. I think I'd have to go with Mercy. Not only is Mercy fine, she's also a doctor, and has to be like super intelligent. So I imagine she'd be super helpful there. What the hell? Oh, I forgot our brush was 1,000 pixels big. Yeah, I feel like Mercy's a pretty good answer, to be honest. Let's see. I feel like Soldier 76 is probably like got a good head on his shoulders. He's probably pretty level-headed. He's probably strong and helpful. But I don't know, like the medical, having the medical doctor with you on the island seems pretty helpful. Baptiste, yeah, I could see Bap being good because Bap is also like a doctor, also a man, so stronger than Mercy is gonna be, which probably will make the building shelter and such easier. Bap is a good answer. Yeah, see, Lonnie gets it. See, I thought about Sigma because Sigma's like super intelligent and has the power of black holes or whatever, but like Sigma's fucking crazy. He might like snap one day and like crush you with his black hole technology and just like fucking instantly kill you for no reason just because he like went crazy. And I'm sure being on an island is not gonna help his mental condition. In fact, it'll probably make it worse. He'll be even crazier. What color is what color is this in the same color? It's a good question though. I don't feel like there's I feel like it's kind of like no-brainer answers though. I don't know why you want Ash on the island. I feel like Ash is not going to be very helpful. She's a tank, oddly enough. You have a lot of medical knowledge, but you're squishy. Hmm. I feel like, well, you also have to think about like I was gonna say Malga would probably be pretty cool to have on the island, but Malga has like mechanical parts inside of him that may or may not need like upkeep and maintenance and stuff. Like, is Malga gonna die because his second heart is mechanical and not getting the maintenance it needs? Or like, I don't know what that looks like. That sounds scary. Like, what if Sojourn's legs get all like a bunch of seawater in them and stop working and she can't walk anymore? Like, that'd be fucked. Okay. True. The real answer is Diva with her mech, and then she can just fly you to not on an island anymore. You just get to escape for free. Or maybe Sigma is the answer because Sigma can just use his gravity powers to like float you off of the island to safety. Or maybe Torb. Torb might be a good answer because he can build stuff. So maybe Torb could like build you a boat. Well, what's on the island? What are we fighting? What do we need Junker Queen to fight stuff for us? We're like fighting bears and shit on the island. I saw a bear with no fur the other day. Not in real life, of course, like on Reddit or something. They look significantly less scary with no fur, in my opinion. Hold on. By scary, I mean like they have immense strength and would crush your skull and instantly kill you. That's what I mean by less scary. Not like cute or cuddly or anything. They definitely look like horrifying here. Look at this. Look at this guy. Isn't he just fucking awesome? See, this looks less like it would be able to like rip my face apart and like break all my bones and eat me than I feel like a regular bear does. Oh no, we're on the wrong layer. We're on the bear layer, the furless bear layer. Gonna have a night? No, he's a friend. Bears are friendly, and you anytime you see one, you should try and hug it. It was actually not just a bear; it was a collection of animals with no fur. Um, my favorite, I think, was the furless raccoon. These guys just look awesome. Look at this. Hold on. Look at this guy. Doesn't this dude just look awesome? Isn't this guy sick? They look, I don't know, they just look like they're like so friendly. I just want to hug him. He's like a funny looking cat. He's not like super wrinkly either, only a little wrinkly. Unlike the bear is like hella wrinkly and looks crusty, but like this guy just looks cute. Love that guy. The parrot, I think there was a featherless parrot. That guy did not look cute. They look kind of gross. I'm not a fan of them. It looks like your dog. You have a furless dog. I feel like a furless dog looks almost like a normal dog. It's probably almost the same. Most dogs have like pretty short fur that's not super distinct, and like a raccoon is like all of the raccoon's personality is in its fur color. I don't feel like that's often the same for a dog. He sheds too much. I feel that we got a cat brush recently. We have 4 cats and they shed too much. There's always too much cat hair everywhere. I love them, but I hate them all at the same time. I'll have to put the other ones in a video sometime so everybody can see them. We have Angel, Torby, Tommy, and Bean. Torby, Tommy, and Bean are all siblings. Wait, hold on. Does this not need to be colored in that color? I think that's the same deal. Sometimes you gotta guess. I think this is the same color. Again, probably a detail nobody's gonna notice and I shouldn't worry about it, but hey. Okay, I got this section down here, and then I think we're done with this color. Almost. Did I get over here completely? Yes. Cool. Man. I'm gonna be here for a bajillion years making these thumbnails at this rate. Okay. The other ones are much simpler though. This is by far the most... This might be the most complex thumbnail that we've made so far. Let's do this white, this off-white color next. Need it here, here, over here. Does this... I don't think that this is the same color. I think this is like a light gray. That's used throughout his design. I don't think it's the same color. So we're not... I think maybe we can color this the same color. Looks like it might be. But I think that's it. I think the other things are like a different shade of gray, so we're not gonna mess with this. Oh man. After I get my fire cape in RuneScape, I feel like my life will be complete, and from there I don't even know what I'm gonna do with myself. Maybe I'll go for a quest cape next and try and finish all the quests just to get that out of the way, but they're so boring. It's my least favorite part of any game, I think, is doing quests. Who decided that's how games should be made anyway? How they should function? Who wants to go just like do a job for a guy? I do enough job for a guy in my real life. I would want to do more of that. Now I know this shoulder is a different color, but I almost want to make it the same color. Just for the sake of simplicity and the way it'll look and stuff. I don't know. I have to consider that. Okay. This orange section done. And then I think you can tell I'm saving the gray for last because I don't want to do it. Because it's gonna suck. I hate having to pick the gunmetal gray color. I really should just come up with a palette and use the same like gunmetal gray every single time. But I don't. I'll do that. Isn't like the quest the main story though, like at the same time? See, that's what I hate too, is like most of the actual game, like the main quest or main story is just like go do a quest. Go do one really long quest. Maybe it's because I never read the dialogue or anything. I just can't be fucked. Like, to do it. Just don't care about like the story of Skyrim or whatever, you know? Which is, I guess, bad. Yeah, I think I'm just not very good at engaging with the story in video games. That's probably most of it. I think that probably is like ADHD symptom right there, truthfully. Grab this green color. Get this knocked out of the way. Yeah, I feel like that's probably most of it, is just whenever I do play a game, I like don't. I can't sit through somebody like just talking at me about some stuff that I don't really care about yet. But to care about it, you have to listen to them talk. You have to like get invested. So it's like, because in order for me to listen, I need to be invested, and then in order to be invested, I need to listen. It never happens. I found another spot for that white color that we were using. Gotta come back over here. Oh, and another little bit of that pale yellowy color. Tan's probably the right word. His main color right here. Also, we can color these in. Okay, bam. You have any thoughts on Space Marine 2? I like Warhammer and its lore and stuff a lot. I've never played a single Warhammer game though. But it looks fun. I mean, people were talking about it and saying it's awesome, so I wouldn't doubt that it is. Warhammer is pretty cool. We need a good, solid green color here. I'm thinking this will be fine. Yeah, if it didn't cost, I think it's like full price and expensive, and I don't know. I haven't really wanted to. I need to play Overwatch this weekend for sure. The season's about to change, and I'm nowhere close to finishing the battle pass. And I want to do the competitive drives thing they have going on, where you can earn more competitive points and get a cool little name thing. So, and I gotta. I like to try and stay up to date with what Overwatch is doing and like trying and stuff like that. So I feel like I kind of have like an obligation to play it just so I can stay up to date on like this is the latest features and stuff that have come to the game and that they're trying and stuff. Not so necessarily I can have an opinion on it, but I guess just so I can stay in the know and have actual some first-hand experience with it. The lore is very expensive. Yeah, all of Warhammer is very expensive if you actually want to play the game with the tabletop stuff. Cost a lot of money. They call it Warhammer 40k because it costs 40k to play it. It's the joke that they make. Okay. So this gray right here will suffice for most things, I'm going to say. Let's go ahead and start blocking in this gray colors. There's a lot of different shades of gray. So this one can definitely go here, here. We'll get whatever this piece is back here. This color, I would say. All of this in here, I think can be the same color. Probably that too. That all looks fine. Get rid of our furless animals. This is probably fine to be that color. Oh man, I wish I was an artist still, kind of, sort of. But I don't know if I'd call this art. I don't know. This is tough to figure out what color, where to put these random gray colors. We'll put this over here too. I'm not super excited about this. I have no idea what this is actually. Like what part of Bastion this even is. I can't tell. I have no idea what color it's supposed to be. Oh, okay, there we go. That helps a little bit. So I guess I need to color it in with this color. Or not that color, but you know what I mean. This color. There we go. Okay, let's do that real quick. Well, yeah, you quit drawing decades ago. Let's see. When I quit drawing like 4 years ago, so that's, you know, close to half, maybe closer to 5 years ago. So that's like half a decade ago. I'm catching up. Drawing's fun. It's just like, I don't know. I just kind of lost the passion for it. I didn't enjoy it as much the longer I did it. I did it for a long time too. I would draw all the time, but yeah. I think this is as close as I would like to get to drawing now. I like the act of making videos a lot more than drawing now. It's still art, but just like a different kind of art. There's so many avenues to express yourself um, while making videos and stuff. It's fun. You're a professional artist, like you draw pictures, or like what kind of art are we talking here that you professionally do? You work in like a studio, or are you like selling things on Etsy, or I want to know. Tell me more. You pique my interest. Character designer? Oh man, that's the best. That's the best type of drawing I think you can do. I always wanted to get good at character design, but I was really bad at it. The I don't know, there's something about like that just didn't click for me immediately. Like I could draw all sorts of stuff, but like when it came to like come up with your own character and like draw them, like ooh, yeah, no. And skin concept artist, do you work? Are you the one making the all of these Juno skins and no venture skins that everybody's so mad about? I feel like making skins is probably a lot of fun though, because like a lot of the work is already done, but you get to build on something that's already there, and like that sort of limitation, like breeds creativity. No, you don't work for Blizzard. That's probably for the best. Let's be real. Okay. So we have one gray color blocked in places. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to do here. Okay, I'm seeing several gray colors that would be good options here. And we're gonna fudge it a little bit. So I'm not too worried about that. All of this like bit in here looks kind of like the same color. Um, yeah, I don't know. I hate this part. Because like you need enough gray colors that it looks like that you can still separate the parts that matter, but you can't pick so many that like it gets into like a ridiculous territory. Um, hmm. I almost want to just block the whole thing in one gray color. Also, we missed a little bit back here. Oops, there we go. Little section. Boom. Okay. Let's think about this. Oh, bye, Jerry. Have a good day at work. Okay. Fuck. We'll pick like one of these colors. We'll pick this color, I guess, and let's just get to work. Let's get it through with. Helps to turn the other stuff off sometimes to get like a better idea of where everything is, but not a ton. Okay. This part, coloring over here. Oops. Color this in. Hey, amazing stuff. I stopped playing for half a year. Recently came back and saw this channel. Love the videos. They're really blowing up. Yo, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. You know, I think the game is in a much better state than it used to be. People give me a lot of shit for saying that always, but like, I don't know. There was so long where Overwatch just fucking sucked so bad, where there was no new content. nothing good or fun was coming out. We got no new characters, no new skins. Everybody was just like hating on the game. They still hate on the game all the time, but yeah, I'm glad that we're finally past like those really dark times and the game is kind of fun again and like we're getting new stuff. And even if there's things to complain about, it's still so much better than it used to be. And I feel like I don't know, there's like this stigma around Overwatch 2 where people just like hate on you for playing it even. They're like, oh, you play Overwatch, that's so lame. Overwatch sucks. And I feel like Overwatch is finally kind of getting out of that. It's finally moving past it a little bit. And now people are like, oh yeah, Overwatch is actually kind of awesome. It's kind of good. And maybe like 6v6 will ignite some of that back to like we'll get more of a player base also. Because I think people might like it more. I don't know. I'm really interested to see what happens there whenever they do those tests. There's a lot of good things and a lot of bad things. I don't know if you guys know who Spylo is or watch any of his content, but he just put out a video where he played the 6v6 like patch they have in the workshop a whole bunch with his community, and it looks kind of promising. Looks interesting. I definitely think uh, the problem of getting like a Roadhog and you're like on Winston is still going to be such a big deal. And people already don't know how to play tank. Tank is so hard to play. I don't think it's going to get any better adding another one. We'll see though. I'm optimistic. Optimistic about Overwatch in general. I don't think I would make a channel on Overwatch if I wasn't optimistic about its future. You don't want to spend, however long it takes to build a successful YouTube channel on a game you think is gonna die in a couple of years. Oh, that'd be tragic. I feel bad. I see that happen to people all the time. Or like, imagine if you put all your like eggs in the finals basket, and now like who even cares about the finals? I actually know, or like know of, maybe is the right way. Know of a guy who did that, and now he's kind of left in a dilemma about that. But yeah, I don't know. That's rough. That's the scary thing about making game content. Like if you make content on like mountain bikes or something, your future is so much more stable than in gaming. Because like I don't know, mountain bikes aren't going anywhere. But the game that you play, yeah, there could be some massive scandal that happens tomorrow that's completely out of your control. Um, that like completely ruins your career. Like imagine if tomorrow they were like, yeah, guys, it turns out actually that Blizzard has been laundering money for the Chinese government for the past 15 years, and Blizzard shutting down. It's like, oh, there goes my whole career out the window. See ya. I guess I bet I should have picked a better game. That's rough. That's scary. I think that's why you see so many people try to, including us, like try to bring personality to the content more and make it more about, hey guys, I want you to show up like maybe like 50% for Overwatch, but also 50% just because you like me, because then if things go south for Overwatch, things don't go south for me nearly as bad as they would have otherwise. Okay, we have. I think this color's looking good. I'm just gonna go in and like try and like sort of guess and see spots where I think it should go, and we'll work from there. I think with so much gray being on Bastion as is, I don't think it matters too much. I don't think nobody's gonna care if I like color in a spot wonky. Hell, I can't even tell if I did color a spot in wonky because like it all looks the same. Always hoped they would split tank into two roles, barrier and brawler, instead of removing one. Yeah, exact same hack into Telltale YouTubers. Yeah, I think I just like the tank. population, like the actual number of people who want to play tank in Overwatch is so small already. I think if you split them into 2 roles, you're just killing queue times. Like, I don't think most people want to wait like 10 minutes for a game. Whenever we like 4 stack or even 5 stack sometimes, and granted we are stacking really wide, like our friend group is like from bronze to diamond, so I will say we are stacking wide. But sometimes we have to wait like 10 minutes for a game. It's like crazy. We have like the entire one half of the game needed. Like we have half the lobby filled with just our group, and it takes us 10 minutes to find a game. But I mean, we do it does go faster whenever you're solo queuing, for sure. Your solo queues are 5 minutes for support. Yeah. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, I don't want to be in that. I don't want to be in that world where queue times are even longer, and I think it will kill the game. Like, I know that maybe the game would be more fun if we had 2 tanks and stuff, but that's not worth killing the game. I don't think Overwatch has a very hardcore player base anymore either. I think most of the player base is pretty casual now. Whereas in Overwatch 1, I think the game was much more about, oh, thank you, and I hope you have a good day. See you later, Angel. All right, Angly. That's what I call my cat, because her name is Angel. I call her Angly. I think Overwatch 1 was a lot more competitive, and I think the player base was a lot more competitively driven and cared a lot more about the meta and winning and stuff like that. But I feel like now in Overwatch 2, the player base is way more casual, and it's much more about like what characters got a skin and what characters didn't, and like why, you know, what's this change having, like what impact does it have on my wallet, and how often I can play a quick play with my friends and stuff like that. And like, oh no, my mystery heroes is gone, and now it's a different mystery heroes. Like that's the audience the game has now. And no hate to those people. Like, I don't know, the game can only live because of the casual player base we have now. And I'm pretty casual too. It's not like I'm ever grinding rank real hard to try and win. I just play it because the game's fun. But I think that's something that we have to recognize as a community, is that like, hey, like the days of Overwatch being like a competitive shooter are kind of dead. I don't think anybody cares about that anymore. I mean, you can still like get good at the game and climb and grind and stuff, but it's just not. It's not what the thing is about. And because of that, I don't think we can go back to 6v6 and have super long tank queues. All of that to say that, like, at the end of the day, people don't want to wait 10 minutes to get a 6v6 game. They just don't. And because they don't, we have to do whatever is best for the actual overall health of the game, not whatever is going to give the game the most competitive integrity. Which sucks, because like I like the competitive integrity. I would rather Overwatch be really competitive, even if I'm bad at it and barely play and all that jazz. I'd rather the game be really competitive and be like a hardcore experience, because that's what I like. But, you know, I also don't want the game to die. So if that's going to kill the game, just don't kill the game again, Blizzard. That's all I'm asking. Do whatever is going to make the game not die. Yeah, I think that's the last gray color that we'll use. I think we'll keep it to 3. Maybe we'll get a 4th one, but I doubt it. We'll see. Oh, I forgot a line. 5 black. There we go. Kind of nice because it feels like a lot of the player base grew with Overwatch. Yeah, I mean, even in the like channel analytics that YouTube gives us, we have like an older gaming audience. I guess of course it's still people who play games. So they're going to be younger. No, like almost nobody's 40 and playing Overwatch yet, at least. But it's much older than like a Minecraft audience or something, you know. So, you know, we have. I think a lot of people did grow with Overwatch. I mean, Overwatch has been out for what is it now? It's a long time. It's been 8 years or something like that, right? Hold on, I've realized I've made a mistake in choosing this color. This is a better color. But yeah, we started playing when we were in high school, and now I'm an adult with like a job, and people I know are having kids and stuff. Like, it's crazy that I've been playing Overwatch all that time. Really weird to think about. It's also strange to think about, like, I grew up with this game and now I'm like making a living from talking about it is also like a really just like a weird thing to think about. Or like I this game that I've played for so long now, like there's people who like I, even though it's only happened one time, it's still insane to think that it happened once. Like I'm getting recognized in game as somebody who makes content on the game. It's just a really really surreal experience. But I mean, it's cool. I'm not complaining or anything. It's just like interesting to think about. It's just weird. And I've yet to see the like real ramifications of what it means to like have any kind of like following of people or whatever, like a real audience. It's so funny because you hear of course I'm in a bunch of spaces for people who make YouTube content on like Discord and stuff to try and learn and like learn what I can and help others with the little I know and stuff like that. And there's just people and they'll be like yeah, my audience doesn't really like this, and so I'm not gonna make this type of content. And they have like 200 subscribers. I'm not hating on them, but like, bro, you don't have an audience. I don't even have an audience. I've 17,000 subscribers and we don't have an audience. Like I said earlier in the stream, if I fell off the face of the earth tomorrow, nobody would even, like 10 people might be like, oh, what happened to the watch over? And that'd be that. Like nobody would ever care. Which is, it's like humbling and also scary that like you have to do so much to actually be somebody on the internet who has like a following. How many like channels have millions of subs and you don't even know about them? Yo, hello, bucket hat. Oh, I'm sorry, it's more like bucket hat because you got the exclamation point at the end. But yeah, you know, like there's so many people making content and stuff, and every day there's like another person who has 100,000 subs or more, and you like have never even heard of them. It's crazy. True popularity is, or like true fame, I think is really hard to obtain, and you're not gonna be able to do it through a game like Overwatch either. Really, you have to be so much broader than that. This is looking pretty good. I think I want to get like one more gray color, or maybe go with this dark color that we used here, sort of brownie color. I think you would have a mental crisis thinking about it too much. Uh, I just try not to think about it, to be honest. Um, like yeah, I'm talking to people here right now, and like I appreciate you guys being here, so I'm not saying this in like any kind of like derogatory manner, but whenever I'm like reading comments and stuff, like everybody's a bot. You're not a real person. You don't know me, I don't know you. You only know like the brief sliver of my existence that I present to you in Overwatch. You don't, truthfully, you don't care about my opinions. I don't care about yours. I'm just some guy on the internet and you're just some person watching me. So like I just try to think of it that way more so than like actually consider that these are real people with like thought out feelings whenever they're saying like hateful stuff or like even nice things. Like it's all a little meaningless because it's just so disconnected. And even if it wasn't that meaningless, I think it's good to keep that sort of mentality because it really helps you keep a separation. Because like I got people saying all sorts of stuff to me about all sorts of things, um, And if I took every single one of those things at face value, I would have no idea what to think. Like, there's legit people who are like, you shouldn't show your face on camera because the videos don't need it, and then there's other people who are like telling me that like I'm pretty and have nice eyes, and then there's people who tell me like I'm stupid and don't know what I'm talking about, and in the same comment section there will be people that are like, well, I love this video, this is so awesome. It's just impossible to to keep track. I have had matches with Master Ian and your Overwatch. I'd be just excited to come across you. Aw, thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, that I imagine that's cool. I would love to play with them, or like to even be in contact with them. I've thought about reaching out to some other Overwatch creators. Nice thumbnail. I wish I could draw. I wish I could draw too anymore. I don't draw like I used to. This is not drawn. I just trace over the game, like screenshots. See, you see there's just a screenshot of Bastion under here that I traced over. Yeah, it is super parasocial, but at the same time, I want to develop that parasocial relationship with my audience. Like it's like a necessity to have a parasocial relationship with your audience to some degree, to actually have an audience. I feel like if I'm never like vulnerable and never share anything about who I am or how I feel or what I think, like you're never gonna build a connection to me, because like I'm not a person. Like I'm like not a personality in any way. You don't know anything about me to have a connection to. So you have to, it's scary because you have to choose to be vulnerable in some way, to some degree. Now, of course, you get control over what you show to people on the internet, and you can be authentic and develop a connection without enabling too much parasociality, whatever, however you say that. Like I can tell you all sorts of stuff about my life, but I don't have to talk about like my family or where I live really, like or like anything like that. I can keep all of that super vague, and you can never know any of that about me, unless of course you like try and dox me or whatever. But that's like a whole other story. So yeah, you can still build a connection, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, without giving up all of your privacy. But that also depends on how big of a creator you want to be. If you want to be MrBeast, like you're not gonna develop a MrBeast level audience without like giving up all of your privacy, essentially. Like he can't go to Walmart without being like swarmed by people. And that's just like kind of the price that you have to pay. And he chooses to pay that for the fame that he has. Not that I want to be MrBeast. I don't even think I could. How do you catch up with MrBeast at this point? He's had years and years of experience on me and money and stuff. Like you can't make a MrBeast video without millions of dollars. So at least I don't have to worry about that, right? I guess I could worry about it if that's what I wanted to do. Okay, let's see, what have we not colored in, and we'll just go in and fill it in with random color at this point, I think. True, and drama. That's a great point. Yeah, if you say anything that's like even a little controversial, like it could like be career ending to some degree. That's also scary. I don't want to have to watch what I say so much. I want to be able to say whatever I want and not worry about it. Yeah, Mr. Overbeast. Yeah, I don't know. I've always felt pretty neutral about MrBeast. But I can definitely see why you wouldn't like him, because he seems like really fake. But I think people misunderstand like what he's trying to do. He wants to make the best content possible. Like literally, that's his only goal. And he still acts like himself, but the person that he is the person who would make the best content possible. So that's like why he acts that way, is because that's who he is that person, which is interesting. Like he's formed himself into the perfect on-screen personality almost, in a way. If you want to be, if you're aiming to be a huge creator, you'll be disappointed. So aim for the middle. Nah, I think you should aim as high as you want to aim. If you want to be a huge creator, aim to be a huge creator. Like, how are you going to get anywhere otherwise? You should always try to reach whatever heights you want to get to. Like, if I wanted to be a huge creator, I would not aim for the middle. I don't know if I want to be a huge creator. I want to have a lot of money from making content, but I don't know how much of that, like, I actually care about being famous to any degree. I think streaming's a lot of fun though. Like, it'd be cool to just hang out and talk like this with like 10,000 people or something, you know, or even 1,000 people would be cool. That would be fun. I like doing that a lot. I like just hanging out and talking about stuff. There's so many controversies with him recently. Yeah, the building's wells. I was like, dang. I feel like none of the controversies even have anything to do with MrBeast though. Yeah, there's a couple of controversies about like his what would you call it? Like the working conditions that the contestants are in and stuff like that. But I think people also have like they don't understand what it's like to run a multi-million-dollar company. And I mean, how could they? They're not doing it. Like, you can't blame them for that. But so much of it is just about like the people he's had on and stuff like that, and it just doesn't matter. None of it will matter. He's too big to fail at this point or to be touched. I don't think like somebody being outed is like, I don't know anything about the Chris Tyson stuff either. Just to be clear, like, I have no opinion on it. I haven't done any research into it. I literally don't care, like, at all. It has no effect on me or my life in any way, shape, or form. There's so much other stuff to worry about. But if somebody came out and they were like a pedophile, like, that's never going to end MrBeast's career or really have any impact on him in the long run. People will forget, they'll move on. I mean, what, he just launched Lunchly, right? Like, that's a huge, massive, ridiculously huge, like, deal. I can't even imagine how much money he's making. And then, yeah, like, as you guys have said, he does so much good. Like, why people are mad at him for like making content out of curing 100 blind people. Do you think those people care that they had content made out of them when they had their blindness cured? They've been, the gift of sight has been restored to these people, and you're like, damn, I can't believe he put them on video when he did that. Like, what is wrong with you? How do you think he got the money to put them to do that in the first place? It's crazy. It's like a detached entitlement or something, I feel like, that these people have. Like, you don't do fucking anything. You've done nothing. How many blind people have you cured, and you're out here like complaining and hating on somebody for doing something you will never do in your life? Like, you will never amount to or accomplish even a tenth of the good that this man has through making content and then giving money back to people, and you're gonna criticize him? Like, I don't know. You go cure even one blind person, and then maybe I'll give like a single fuck about your opinion about this. Maybe then. Yeah, and true, bad PR is still PR. I don't think the problem is that like all of the recent drama around MrBeast is like tangential to him. So I don't actually know if it gets him any good. Like, I don't know how well the bad PR is still good PR, because a lot of the PR is not like directly about him. Now it'll boil down to like essentially like, oh, did you hear the guy who works with MrBeast is like a pedophile or whatever, or the woman who works with MrBeast or whatever. I don't even remember who's a pedophile and who's not. Like I said, I haven't kept up with any of it. But that's what it'll boil down to like a lay person who's not watching YouTube videos about it and knows nothing about it. So I don't know if that actually does do any good for him. But it won't matter. The internet moves so fast, in like a month or two nobody will even remember that any of this happened. I feel like a lot of the internet has already moved past it anyway. Boom. Okay, so close to being done with this Bastion. Yeah, a lot of it seemed like, especially the stuff that's like actually in regards to MrBeast, is like, oh, one guy said that he worked there for like 6 months or something and said this about the working conditions or something. It's not like, it's not substantial, but I think he is being sued for running false lotteries, which again is not like going to be game ending for him or anything. If he has to pay some fines because he like accidentally ran like a false lottery, and that's that. He'll be more careful in the future. Sick, let's go. Now, if only the whole thumbnail was done. Okay. So, we have to move on to the next section here. I'm going to pull down our... We have the colored layers here. And then we have the group of all the Bastion stuff. Let's pull these down here and then group them so that we can turn Bastion completely on or off. And then we'll go ahead and turn off the underlying layer. And then we will we'll do the same thing for the hat. Okay. Boom. Now we need to go ahead and do the bow, I guess. Here's the first time I'm actually gonna have to draw some shit, so we're just gonna kind of guess on this, I think. I'm just gonna do my best. We'll see what happens. So we know we need like this line here. Be like a sort of that shape, and then we'll do this. And then we'll get like one long, oh oops. Actually we need to make sure that this like lines up mostly with where Bastion is, so we're gonna start around Bastion. I can always go in and color it in later. We'll do like that sort of shape. This I think should be fine. The truth is, as long as it looks like somewhat like a bow, it'll probably be okay. Is MS Paint? No, it's a program called Krita. Arita. How we do all of our thumbnails. Oh man, I sure hope that this looks okay. I'm sure it'll be fine. No reason to worry, right? I just need to color in like a brown color. I actually kind of like the brown color of the boat. I think it's an okay color, so we'll use that for now. This. Try and get everything but like the edges, and then go in with like a finer tip brush. Okay. Bye-bye. See you later. Have fun on your trip and be safe. What did I do before starting this channel? Like on YouTube, we had a channel called The Vintarian about the game Vintage Story, which is like a more realistic Minecraft sort of clone deal. It's a good game, but with a pretty small audience, not a lot of room for growth, and a really bad RPM because a lot of the audience is like not in America. So it was going to be really hard to make a living making content about it. And truthfully, like I like Vintage Story, it's fun, but I don't like it enough to play it all the time and make content on it. Yeah, so we did that. And before that, I did like daily Let's Plays for a while. And before that, I streamed for 100 days. But most of that stuff was done without any like real new YouTube knowledge. About a year ago, we were like, okay, we can do this for real if we just like try really hard and figure it out. We can make like YouTube our job. We just have to figure it out together, my partner and I. So that's really whatever YouTube started for us. I don't really count the streaming or the what was that other, or the channel before, like the Let's Plays. I didn't know anything about YouTube. I thought I could just like turn on the camera and it'd be fine. But that's obvious, and like if I just did it enough, I would get an audience. But that's not really how it works anymore. So about a year ago, we started the Ventarian and made several videos on it. They did okay. Nothing like crazy, like 60K views, 30K, stuff like that. And then we started this channel a long time ago, actually. Not like super long in the grand scheme of things, but a while ago. And we did daily videos on it, where I would just like get on and talk about Overwatch every day. Like two or three videos, like about, you know, like the state of quick plays, stuff like that. And those didn't work super well. They worked okay. They were getting like 3,000 views a video, but that's like not a lot. That's you're never gonna like pay your bills on a gaming channel with 2,000 to 3,000 views a video, unless you're putting out like 10 a day and they're all getting 2,000 to 3,000. Then you could. So we had to change up our strategy, and we were really unsure what we were gonna do for a while. And then we just had the idea to do the deleted abilities video, and that took off and kind of catapulted the channel into the stratosphere. And kind of like overnight it went from we have no idea what we're going to do, I'm so worried that we're never going to make it on YouTube, to oh my god, like we have a career in front of us if we just keep making videos. And so that's what we're doing, making videos. See, we have a couple of little spots to color in here, it looks like, on the Bastion. Got to make sure the lines like meet and the colors meet with the boat. No gaps. Okay, it's good enough. And now we can figure out wherever the boat is and turn it off. Okay, it's already off. It's looking pretty good, I'd say, actually. It looks like a boat, which I wasn't sure it was going to when I was done drawing it and coloring it. So it's a good sign. It's a good sign. Thank you. I'm glad that you like it. Every day, because people like you enjoy the content, we get a little bit closer to our goal. Awesome, day by day. Been quite the journey. I cannot tell you how many like countless nights there were over this past like year or so that we were like, oh man, I don't know if we're ever gonna make it. I have no idea, and if we are, I have no idea how we're going to like do it. Like, I don't. It'd be different if we knew from the start, like, oh, we want to make Overwatch content and we're going to be Overwatch creators. But that was just not the path that we took. For a long time, it was really uncertain what kind of content we even wanted to make. Because you can really make content about anything, and some things pay way more than others on YouTube, like finances and things like that. So that was always a consideration too, because as I've said many times, like I love Overwatch and I love making content, but I would be lying if I said like my primary purpose for starting content creation or anything wasn't to make money so I didn't have to work a normal job. Like, of course that's why I'm here. So all that stuff was taken into consideration like as well. I'm glad that Overwatch has like a decent RPM though. You know, you can make a lot of pretty good money from Overwatch, because it has a surprisingly high RPM for gaming, from my experience. Because gaming normally is like, say like $4 to $6, and Overwatch is at the high end of that at about $6. You can get way more, of course, from gaming if you make really long videos or cover more niche games, or like games that have older, more mature, more good audience. at one point crypto was the highest paying niche likely, and transition to finances again. And also, hey, what's up? I think the actual highest paying niches are going to be niches that nobody would even think about, like niche software tutorials, or like stuff like information on mesothelioma or stuff like that. Something that has like a really highly directed person you can advertise to. Like if a lawyer, like if you're looking up mesothelioma videos, you likely know or have mesothelioma, right? And so if someone's a mesothelioma lawyer, they will pay like $200 per 1,000 views to put an ad on that video, because like that's as direct of an audience you could get for that type of ad. So that's where the like true most money is made on YouTube. If you can make like videos on that sort of stuff for like niche software tutorials and stuff like that. Like I know a guy who, I don't know him personally, but I know of a guy who does that. He has like crazy. Angel, hey, psst, what are y'all doing? Why are y'all fighting? Sorry, cats. But yeah, when it comes to like average niches that like a normal or relatively normal person could get into, I think like finances and stuff like that are probably the highest. Anything like that. I guess anybody could do niche software tutorials though. It's probably not that hard. I mean, you just pay like a monthly subscription for the software, learn to use it, and then make the tutorials. That guy has like a crazy strategy though that I don't think most people could replicate. He's putting out like 100 videos a day, mass recording, like how do you log out of QuickBooks or whatever, you know? Not that QuickBooks is a niche software, but I don't know any niche software for people doing finances. Okay, I think we're almost done with the pirate ship. And then I just have to do the waves, the text. I think we'll leave the arrow how it is, and then it's on to the next thumbnail. Looking pretty good if you ask me. Pretty happy with that. Just gonna color all this in just in case. Oh, hold on. Favorite Kiriko skin? You know, I think that's a video I would like to make also, is like the best skin for every hero. I think that's definitely one we'll make in the future. Hold on, I have to go look at all the Kiriko skins. Don't hang my email, please. Thanks. I really like the Oni. Oni is what I was gonna say initially, but people hate on the furry mask that she has. Let's see. We'll get Overwatch opened up and we'll look at them all and we'll decide definitively what the best one is. Overwatch has been taking 8 billion jillion years to open up on my computer. 8 more billion. I don't know why. I miss Lifeguard and the Cyberpunk one. Oh, true. Man, they've been coming out with so many good skins. You get hate for saying stuff like that to me, which is crazy. But they've been coming out with so many good ones. Like, it's just so expensive to get all of the good skins. True. Leshu has like the Lifeguard one and the Oni one and the Seraphim. Producing drives. Yep, got it. Gonna be driving up this weekend. Okay, heroes. Here we go. Filter. All. Done. Alright. Mythic skin. I think Kiri has one of the weaker mythic skins. It's still cool, but I definitely don't think it's like one of the better ones. It is nice though. I like this one a lot. This is one of my favorites for sure. Lame, 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 lame. This one's pretty cool, but it's not very... There's not a lot going on to it. I mean, she does look like the character quite a bit, so it's nice. Witch is pretty sick. Is it the best, though? Probably not. This one is killer. This one's so good. And the fucking kunai are awesome. They're dope. Oops. Timekeeper. This one's cute, but nothing too crazy. Cringe. K-pop is cringe. This one's cringe. This one's cute, but it's not like the best skin. Oni is really awesome. Okay. Go double check. Okay. I am gonna have to say the best Kiriko skin. It's this one. It's the K2000 Blade Master. I think this is the best one. Probably Oni is second best. And then what's third? Maybe the Seraphim skin. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go, yeah, this one, and then, oh, I don't know. It's a tough choice. I like the witch skin a lot, but I think that's like personal taste. I'm trying to be at least a little bit objective. Yeah, I think the Seraphim one is third. Okay. Oh, back to work. Okay. I love drawing up the thumbnails, even though they take forever. It's still a lot of fun. Oops. That's not what we need. We need a line here. It should probably be on this layer. Boom, just like that. Maybe not like that, but like this. That looks pretty good. Grab the color and, oh, wrong layer. Wrong layer. Classic mistake. Okay. And we're finished with everything but the wave. It's 1 a.m. for you? Yeah, go to sleep. You gotta maintain a good sleep schedule. It's a pillar of good health. But thanks for stopping by. If you aren't going to sleep, I do appreciate it. And I'll be here randomly at least once a week making thumbnails. So maybe see you next time. Bye-bye. Okay, on to the waves. Like I said, I don't want to just like straight rip these because this is somebody else's art, but I'm going to trace over most of it, I think. We'll see. Oh, this is going to take so long. There's so many little lines and shit on these. We'll see. Try and do it fast. Since it's like an organic sort of shape, I don't think it has to be as... and it just has to look like waves, you know? It doesn't actually have to follow the actual like underlying design thing very much. There's a lot of room to work with here from like a creative perspective, so I'm gonna try and just do it fast. There's so many colors in this though too, and I try and keep like the color palettes really simple. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna handle that. I'm gonna probably just color in this top part white was my like initial idea. and then from there we'll kind of like guess. Mama Hong coming to Overwatch. True. We need a flamethrower character. I want a character that has a flamethrower. When's the flamethrower character? What's Pirate Cat or Jetpack Cat? That's who we really need in Overwatch. Jetpack Cat. I want a flying tank. I want a tank who flies like Pharah most of the time. That would be sick. That's what I'm looking for. This is gonna look pretty good, I think. We have Mei. Mei is not a. That's what everybody says. You know what Mei has? She has an ice thrower. It's not the same thing. It's not at all the same thing. It's cringe even to compare the two. I want a flamethrower character who flies. Now that would be Overwatch. Actually, I want Eevee from Paladins in Overwatch. It sucks Paladins is a terrible game that is awful and buggy, because I would love to play Eevee more often. Eevee flies around on a broom, for those of you uninitiated with Paladins. Like, not like Pharah flies, like Devo like actually flies, like can just like free fly around the map, and she like has no health and she blows people up. It's the most fun I've ever had playing any character, I think. Just because like the mobility is crazy and the skill potential is like super high, because she can just like pop out of nowhere and erase you instantly. It's the type of character I like to play. High skill, high reward, high damage, edge of a knife, glass cannon. Yes. Oops. Okay. I think we need to finish these little circles and then put some of these lines in here. I'm just not entirely sure how I'm going to wind up coloring all this in to make it look like a wave. Like, how much of this should realistically be like color that's like doing these lines, and how much of it should be me doing it. That looks pretty good so far. You don't actually love Paladins. Everybody left whenever I started talking about Paladins too. You see, Paladins is evil. What's crazy is that I got on the first stream of me drawing thumbnails, the more viewership than the entire 100 days that I streamed before in my life. It's just insane. And probably if like the stream had like an actual thumbnail instead of just a banner from our channel on it, it'd probably do even better. I would bet. I was thinking I need to draw up like just like a blanket, like this is the thumbnail that gets used for every single drawing thumbnail stream. I really need to do that. Just make one real quick. I thought maybe like it could be like Genji holding the drawing pen. Oh, that might be kind of cute. I don't know though. Okay, that looks pretty good. Happy with that. Go ahead and turn the waves off, and then we will make sure that the boat lines connect. The old boat line. And then maybe we need to like actually add another like layer of board to the boat for the sake of it looking real. Maybe coming through here. Yeah, I think that looks good. Okay, time to color. We'll get the white from the actual drawing, I think. But we want, let's go through and mark everything. So all the dots definitely have to be colored in. This all needs to be white. Ooh. This as well. All this. Okay. Worry about the rest later. Get an idea of what this is going to look like first. I wish I had some like copyright free music that I was like 100% sure is actually copyright free and could use that. Can you use Epidemic Sound in like streams? Does that work that way? I wonder. Like, can you just like play random songs from the site and not get copyright hit? Do you need to be logged in or anything, or like how does that work? How do they know not to clap you? Yeah, you should look and let me know. That would be awesome. Put on some chill music in the background. We could put on a better streamer, someone who's actually good at streaming, and have them like take up all the dead air instead. Do my job for me. I don't know. It's been 2 hours. Only so much happens in my life. I only have thoughts on or can think of so many things that have happened recently worth talking about, you know? I only do like 3 things. I go for a walk. I do 4 things. We go exercise. I play video games. I journal. And I practice typing. I can't really say learn to type anymore, like, or I'm learning to type. I can type now. Type pretty proficiently. Top 1% typer. Or top 10%, I think. Yeah, top 10% typer. Or top 5% at typing. But that's like it. And I work my job and I work on YouTube. I don't have a crazy interesting existence in comparison to a lot of people. And no other kind of like thing to talk about like stimulation wise other than like the piece of thumbnail art that's being worked on like right now, you know. I'll be happy when this one's done though. I can work on the next one. I get tired of looking at them after so long. This one came out pretty good though. It looks really cute. I think it's a little complicated though. Like 50% of our viewership is on mobile. And I don't think this one's gonna look super good on mobile, to be real. I think it's too busy. I think there's too many small details to really work. Oops, wrong thing. But we'll see. You know, you never know until you put the thumbnail up and A/B test them. Which, if you make content, you should absolutely use the A/B test feature. Just FYI, I think it's killer. So awesome. It's kind of hard to believe that YouTube didn't have it before. It feels like a completely different game with it. So much guessing was done before. And now, a little bit of knowing instead of guessing. Something else I've been focused on lately is trying to be more authentic in content. Like instead of just like thinking like, oh, what will get the most views, like thinking like, what do I actually want to make? What would just be like cool to be in the world? Like what would be cool to just like have exist? And that definitely changes things. It's interesting. Okay, gonna come in and color here. It looks like you can use everything on stream. Yes. So I just have to like boot it up and like pick any random song, or I don't know. It's not like the stream will make any money anyway, but I just don't want to deal with the copyright hit of any kind. It just seems like needlessly dangerous. Do I have to put like epidemic in the description or something, or? Unfortunately, A/B test is often inconclusive for smaller creators. True, it is going to be inconclusive a lot of the time, but I think if you're getting inconclusive results, it just tells you that like both thumbnails are just like not any good, or like the idea was just not any good, or like the total addressable market that you're serving is not big enough. It's not like it's useless information though, even though it is conclusive. Instead of it's like, oh, one of these are better than the other, it's just like, oh, this is like neither of these are very good. I think it's valuable. I think we can just like, oh, not do that. That's not what I meant to do. We can just like hit these here like this. That looks like waves. It looks like any wave I've ever seen. Oops. Oh, it works on like a channel license basis. Okay. I'm gonna hold off because I'm afraid. But maybe next time. Maybe I just want to look into it. Not that I don't trust you or anything. I just like am very afraid of getting copyright hit in any way. Okay. That looks pretty good. Because like if you have a channel and you put out a video and it gets I guess maybe it could be unhelpful because it could be like, well, if it's not being shown to many, but you would expect the CTR to be high if you had a good title and thumbnail, regardless of like how much it gets pushed or how it performs like AVD wise and stuff. Like if you have a good title and thumbnail, the few people who do see it will click on it, and then you should see a high CTR with like a low AVD or something if the AVD is the thing holding a video back. Because like if you had a good thumbnail and title and concept and all that, it should show up at least to a few people, and they'll click on it even if they like immediately are like, oh, this is bad and I don't want to watch it. They leave. Should I color in that white? Probably. Oh man. So many little details in this one. But it looks like really cool. I think it looks very recognized. Like Bastion is clearly Bastion, even like at a really small size, like on a phone. So it should work. It's kind of clumped together. All of it. Maybe I've thought about like going in and trying to simplify the character design sometimes. But that would require me to be like way more creative, I feel like, so I just don't bother. I'm not sure if it would actually help either. It might hurt like the recognizability of the character even. It's a tough call. Okay. Only have the waves left, then we gotta do the text, and then I gotta decide whether or not to redo the arrow. I might leave the I don't know. I feel iffy about the black outline on the arrow because like the text doesn't have a black outline on it, so it feels kind of like iffy to put the black outline on it. It feels like it kind of like breaks the cohesion of the thumbnail a little bit. It may be one of those things that's so small it like literally just doesn't matter at all, but it's hard to know what does and does not matter. And then like whenever a small change like that can have like, it might have like a 1% change on the thumbnail, but it has like a 50% change on the performance of the thumbnail. It's like every little bit matters, so it's tough. It's a tough call to make. That's why I always wind up with like 5 or 6 different versions of each thumbnail, it feels like, or at least like 4. They go through different iterations a bunch of times before I land on one that I'm like, okay, that's the right one. And then it's like, that's not even the right one. That's the right one that I want to put in the A/B test. I will say for our channel at least, I've seen other ones where I'm like, oh, I picked this thumbnail and it's actually this one that performed the best. But when it comes to our channel, I have a pretty good idea of like, okay, this is definitely going to be the one that performs the best. And I've been right just about every time, I think, if not every time. For this one, though, I actually don't know. I have no idea between, because the ideas here are like super different. And one is a lot more clever and requires you to know Overwatch a lot more to get. So even though this one's good, like from like a visual perspective, like just like the art is fun and cute, I actually don't think it'll perform that well, is my guess. Because of those things, whereas like the other one, I think it's just like way more clear. But I could be wrong about that also. We'll see. Okay. File, save. Definitely developing a theme that shows us your channel with each video. True. Yeah, I think no matter what now, like if you see one of our videos, like you know it's one of our videos. Which is good, for sure. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put a line like this back behind there, and then I'm gonna take this blue color and then I'm gonna go ahead and color in the background like here. I think this just makes more sense from a logic perspective that it would be blue back there. Okay. Now, just to draw over the text and decide on what I'm doing on the arrow. Maybe we can collapse all this. Make sure we have everything turned off that's supposed to be turned off. Go double check all the layers. Yes, yes. Yup. Yup, yup. Okay. Alright. What is this? This is the, yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah. Tired of looking at this thing. My eyes hurt. Gotta come up with a good width for the letters. I hate doing the letters every single time. 50 looks pretty good. I think I can go bigger though. Maybe like 60. Yeah. Okay. Nope, already messed it up. See, it's the B right here always looks so bad because nope, again. I'd be drawing the same B like 15 times. Because it has these stupid circles in it that Like, no matter what I do, they don't look right, in my opinion. Like, I always wind up thinking, like, see, you get the sharp angles in them where you get, like, the corners if I turn too fast. And they should be, like, round. There we go. That was pretty good. Maybe this is one of those things that nobody's going to notice or care about but me. But Alex Hormozy has this concept of 1,000 golden BBs. So it's not like you think of like when you're working on something, you think like, oh, there's a silver bullet. There's one thing that I'll do that will like make everything right, or like fix my problem, or like that gives me the quality that I want. And here's the concept of it. No, it's not that. It's 1,000 golden BBs. So instead, there's like you have a jar of 1,000, or like an empty jar, and every time you do something, like every time you get a little detail right, you drop another BB in the jar, another golden BB. And I feel like that is a lot more how content creation is. Like it's getting a bunch of little things right over and over and over again, and if you don't, you wind up with just like a subpar product. But when it comes to like when I'm like, oh, you know, I'm quibbling over like a line placement or like how perfect this O looks, like it's really hard to tell, like, is this a thing that like I'm just wasting my time on, and I could just like do this once and it'd probably look okay and nobody's even gonna notice, or is this one of those 1,000 golden BBs that I need to be careful of and paying attention to? And if I get enough of, if I do that with enough things, does the content lose its quality? Does it lose its charm of like, hey, this is a better Overwatch product than like other people are offering? And I think part of the desire to get more content out there and to constantly be pushing faster and faster is to like constantly be battling against how many golden BBs do you put in a jar. And I think you can put so many BBs in the jar too that you break it, where it's like you've overproduced the content, and in trying to get it perfect, you have lost some of the authenticity to it. Where like if I flub a line in the voiceover, that's not always like a bad thing. Sometimes that just makes me seem like more human and like a real person as opposed to like the little imperfections around the edges are kind of like what make my content, as opposed to like factory pressed. I don't know. It's something I think about a lot and like worry about, like how much time do I need to give always? How detailed should I be? We're gonna, I think, try to do a good arrow here without the black outline. So I'm gonna redraw it with the red, and then we'll see if we like just like the solid red one or the one with the black outline. Bam. Okay. Oh no. I do that all the time. This is why I don't use the fill tool, because it always leaves this line around the edge, and then I have to go do this anyway, and I might as well just color it all in to begin with. It's hard to know whether or not it saves time. I need to like time myself. Okay. We have one, oops, with no outline. And what the hell? Isn't this? Oh, they're turned off, that's why. And this needs to be turned back up. There we go. With the outline. With no outline. With the outline. With no outline. I don't know. I don't think it makes that much of a difference, to be honest with you. Without, yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I think it looks more, it matches better, maybe is the word. Because like the arrow should be a part of the text, not a part of the Bastion drawing. Yeah, I think this looks pretty good. I don't think it's going to be a good thumbnail. I think it's too messy. I think there's too much going on in it, but whatever. It's done. That's what matters. And we'll try it. See what happens. I could always be wrong about that. It definitely looks cute though. All right. Take a brief moment here. Stretch a little. Take a break. Maybe eat some sour Skittles or something before we do the next one. Maybe eat some beef jerky. Okay. So we actually have two thumbnails that are pretty similar. Three, actually. We have this one also. So what I'll do, I'll just draw these once, and then we'll copy over the text, and then just have to change the text. These look like they're identical, nearly. Yeah, they look identical, so we're just gonna work on this one. Oh no, what have I done? There we go, I fixed it. Okay, this is the text. These are these things, these are the ones we're looking for. Start with the Brig shield. Okay, let's get to work. Here we go. Exciting stuff. I think this one will look better from a thumbnail perspective though. Once it's done. I just think it's way easier to see what's going on in it and everything. Well, I've already managed to make it look kind of like uneven, so we gotta fix that. Lots of little lines and little details, but not nearly as much as Bastion. So I think this one will actually take me way less time. Yeah, I think it'll be like half the time, probably. I think the air conditioner has been on for the past like forever, and it finally shut off, and now it feels like it feels like hauntingly quiet in here. I don't like it. I almost like always have something on in the background, 24/7. Feels really weird to sit here without it, but whatever. I gotta fill the dead air with my own voice. See, these are the lines, like that line right there. Do we really need that line, or can we go without it? Which looks better? I think we'll leave it out for now. Fewer lines is probably better. I should probably start like thinking that way, like fewer lines is better, because it makes the thumbnails easier to read. I would imagine, especially on mobile, which is something you always got to think about. Ooh, that's a bad one. Hell, I might as well just even go over the script on stream too. Why not? Why not just like show off every single part of the process? I don't know why other YouTubers don't do that. Like, wouldn't that be like fun? Or maybe that's not fun. I mean, there are only like 5 people here. I think we peaked at like, I don't know, like 12 viewers or something like that. Maybe it's just not interesting enough for most people. But I feel like I would be really interested in seeing the like process of the people who make YouTube videos like live, like just watch them like go through and make videos. That seems like a lot of fun to me. But also, I am a content creator and only think about creating content basically 24/7. Yo, nice. I hope school's going well. Hate school. Never will go back. No, you're good, man. I gotta be here for forever. See ya. Have a good day. Don't get bullied. Don't cheat on your test. But yeah, I feel like I would just really be interested in watching someone go through and make their content live. Are you stream the live Fortnite event tomorrow? What is that? What is the live Fortnite event? Us playing Fortnite? Is that the live Fortnite event? Or is there like something going on that I don't know about? I'm not the. You seem like you are the. You know a lot about Fortnite. Like you're the dark. Like you're the the Fortnite expert. Doctor Doom kills Fortnite. What does that even mean? Like he's gonna show up and to John Fortnite's office and like shoot him with a gun, or what is he? How is he killing Fortnite? What way? Like, are they gonna like blow up the map or something, or like what's actually happening? No one knows. Okay, cool. I guess I don't know. Sure. Why not? Why not stream the epic live Fortnite event, JK? I don't even know if we'll be playing Fortnite then. We gotta get this Overwatch Battle Pass done. I don't even think I'm close to finishing it. I might get like 40 or something like that. I haven't even bought it either. So I guess technically I don't have to finish it. I'm not losing out on anything if I don't, other than like the cosmetics, but it's not like I'm losing any money if I don't finish it. I always wait until I finished it to buy it. Did you read over the script at all? I haven't looked at it yet. No. Okay. Okay. We definitely need this line in here. I assume. I think this is like an actual color difference and not a shadow. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, but like how often do you just get to see the maybe if you pay for like a Patreon or something? Um to somebody, but I think it would be fun to just like stream or record like every single part of the video making process and have like a vlog channel or something. I mean, you would get to see in like real time. I kind of wish we had done it from the beginning. I feel like that would have been cool to see, to like watch us go in real time from like people who know nothing about YouTube and have no idea what they're doing to like making a successful channel. I feel like that'd be really cool to have just for like anybody who wants to become a content creator in the future, just to have like the exact process of somebody else figuring it out like right in front of you, recorded. But we didn't do that. Just a lot of work, truthfully. Record vlogs every day. Okay. Have more to go. You can tell I've run out of things to say, and I'm super tired now of this. Not only streaming, but of drawing the thumbnail. I'm so out of practice for streaming. I think like 2 hours is probably like the max I can do while being even like remotely entertaining. Now I don't even like have anything. I've exhausted a week. A week of my life results in about 2 hours of meaningful conversation. Rough. There's like other things to talk about, but they're like the more the longer I'm here, like the less it becomes about Overwatch in any way, shape, or form, and the more it's just gonna be thinking about YouTube. That's like all I think about or care about most of the time. I need to start a how to grow a YouTube channel. Okay. I'm gonna save the cat for the last. I think it'll be the most difficult thing to do. So one less corner, and then the middle, and then we have the whole fist over here, and then the text, and then it should just be one thing in text. I made a few other thumbnails, like there's this one. Um, but I don't think it's as strong as the one with the yellow text. Like this just looks better, right? Like there's no reason to even make this one. I feel like. Plus, we can only test 3, and I want to test the original Bastion one, and then these two. I think. See, like I feel like whenever you actually like are streaming, you have to do something that's like interesting and like creates value in the world that like people will get like something out of, like entertainment or something like that. And I feel like at some point this is not that anymore. Just because like there's nothing being created worthwhile. So it makes me question whether or not it's even worth doing. I felt like an hour ago, like yeah, it was worth watching. But now that I've exhausted like anything I might have to say of substance, it's like eh. Like why keep it on? I guess it accomplishes the main goal of this anyway, which is to like build a better connection with anybody who does watch. Okay, I think this is pretty much done. I don't think I missed any lines here that are like important. So we'll finish the center, color it in, and then go to the fist. It also probably doesn't help because it's like every time that a new person like joins now, it's like me going like, oh yeah, this stream has no value. I don't have anything to say. It's boring. You shouldn't be here. That's probably not very good. I just have such a different outlook from whenever I was streaming like 2 years ago at this point on like what a stream should be and why you should be doing it. Um, and I don't feel like this is like a ton better than the streams I used to, but I think at the very least now like I'm being authentically myself, which I don't think I ever was before. I think I was too worried about garnering some kind of viewership to actually like be authentic, and too much like worried about trying to like conform to some meta or like be like what I expected people to like or to want to see to actually like be a successful streamer, instead of just being like this is me and this is does not look right. Yeah, those were not the lines that should have been chosen there. But now, whether I'll be any kind of successful streamer and or not, at the very least, I'm authentic. Okay, and that looks good. I don't know about these lines here. I feel like they kind of make the cat look like weird. That kind of kills it, you know what I mean? Like it just doesn't look good. I think I'll just leave them off. Pretty good. Color, make sure we get these in. I like to make sure I always get like those little lights or like little those little details. I feel like they add a lot to the actual like the end design always, because they're like just like a little pop of color. But I also have to keep in mind like this is going to be viewed on mostly mobile, so I don't even know like how much all those little details matter. It goes back to the golden BB thing, like how much does all of that stuff actually contribute to the final end product and get the results that we're looking for. I think it's definitely more complicated than just like a flat like yes it does or no it doesn't. Okay. This, I think we can put like a little dash here for that. I think that'll look good. Right? Did that also. All right. The shield is done. The outline. All that has to be done now is color. I think we need a nice. I'm not a fan of any of this blue. Like this blue right here is the closest. I think we could even like amp it up a little to like a this color sort of deal. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know why he did that. Oh, I'm missing a line. I'm missing lines over here, that's why. Rookie mistake. Okay. Oh, I didn't save that color anywhere. Oops. I'll find it again. Should be close enough. Cool. I don't know how I feel about that. That's a little better. Thinking more like a that. Yeah, I like that color. Yoke. Now we need to find a nice gray color because most of this is the same gray color throughout the whole entire thing. Is this whole thing like one color? Hold on. There's like two colors. There's this dark gray here. Or hold, I think I can pull three colors. So we'll do this color, right? For like in here. These areas. All the way around like this. Get up here too. And then I think this dark gray color here. For like here, 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 and here. Up here also in this area. Okay, then we'll get this lighter gray for the outside of the shield. All this too. Maybe grab this for down here. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, and then we need, I think I want to do like this sort of white color for in here on all of these. I think that'll help make it look a little more distinct, even though it may not be entirely accurate. We need this really bright, like yellowy orange. Here, in here, 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 and the eyes. Oh, and then here on the shield also, on the edges, rather. The whole thing's the shield. Not all the colors. I think pretty much. This is like this color, right? And then it like uses this dark gray. We have in other spots also, for like here and these areas. Then we need this orange. This is the real like what colors? That looks good to me, I think. Okay. Color all these in. All right. And now we go to work. Just gotta get this done. Knocked out, and then finish the finish these so that I can be done with this for the day and then go work my job for at least a little bit. Got to review the script too, but I don't know if I'll do that on stream necessarily. Maybe though. I don't know. I'm still unsure how much of the process uh I want to stream. I feel like the watching the thumbnails is at least kind of like fun. It's like sort of satisfying to watch the thing get colored in or like drawn traced over or like stuff like that. Um but like me like reading a script to myself and going, oh, I gotta change that word or whatever, like that's probably significantly less interesting. Yeah, this is the least is satisfying to watch, even if I'm like run out of things to talk about or whatever. Okay, I think that is the whole blue part. Yeah, I feel like this would be good content to like have a podcast up and then like have this on also and then just sit here and stare blankly at this and listen to the podcast. Goats is the best brick skin. True. Actually, I disagree. I think Stone is her best skin, even though it's just an epic. It's my favorite one. Maybe not the best, but it's my favorite at the very least. That one's awesome. I think it looks really good with the golden gun too, or golden mace. Maybe is better. Okay. Yeah, it's just an epic. But it just looks really good. I wish they would do more stuff like that. Like I can't imagine it's that hard to just apply a texture to the whole character. And like I love the way those look. Like Inferno Junkrat is just like him, but like on fire. Like I think those look super good. Like they can obviously color swap stuff pretty easily, so I can't imagine applying the texture. Texture is hard. I wish they would do more of that. Maybe one day. And a ghoul and shrike. Hold on, let me look this up. I don't remember those off the top of my head. Ghoul, I think I know, is the one that like. Yeah, and a ghoul is good for sure. Shrike is also cool. The best Anna skin is Sniper. Changed my mind. I think her mythic, Anna's mythic, is pretty cool too, but I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. Just kind of something about it that I don't. Just like I don't know. It just doesn't seem that cool. I guess is the only way to put it. It's kind of mid to me. Uh, I think yeah, it's mostly because of the gun on Sniper. That's why I like it so much. I like how like boxy it is. Although now that she has her cool new mythic weapon, I mean, it's gonna be hard not to rock that instead. Always. I still need to. I gotta finish the battle pass so I can get the mythic weapon. I don't care about the Reaper skin. I mean, I'd like to have it, but I'm not gonna pay money for more mythic prisms. But the mythic weapon is sick. Okay. Here we go. I had to get some blue behind here so I can actually see what I'm doing. Got the Rhine mythic instead. I have the Rhine one. Um, the Rhine mythic is pretty awesome. Definitely one of the cooler things that I have, I think. It doesn't look great with every skin. It doesn't like fit the aesthetic of a lot of the other ones or a lot of his skins, but it's still awesome. I use it with the Draugr skin. Yeah, I don't know. I think it seems like we're gonna get like a mythic weapon and mythic skin now every season. If they did, that would be awesome. I mean, give me the Genji mythic skin, mythic weapon skin. But yeah, in the battle pass, you only get enough prisms to buy one. That does seem like what they're gonna do. This does suck. It does suck. Don't get me wrong. It's whack. However, I would rather get this stuff than not get it. I'd rather it be in the game and like I get to pick between a weapon and a skin than like to not have that choice. I think that's probably what they found is that a lot of people were holding on to their mythic prisms because they were like, oh, I don't really like, you know, I don't play Ashe, so I'm not gonna get the Ashe mythic skin, and they're gonna hold on to their prisms, and they're gonna wind up with a surplus, which they don't want. They obviously want you spending like the currency that they're giving you, because if you hold on to it, you never have to buy anything. And yeah, like I don't play Reaper. Hardly ever do I play Reaper. Don't care about him. Don't really like the character even like that much. Like he's just not my cup of tea. So I don't want his mythic skin. It's definitely one of the cooler mythic skins though. But I just like I'd much rather have Anna's mythic weapon, even though I don't even play support anymore. I like Anna a lot. Okay, gotta add in these lines. I think looking a little barren at the top without him. Oh no, wrong layer. Wait, is this even the... This is not even the right color. So many different, slightly different shades of gray here. And after this is done, we gotta get the doomfist gauntlet with the Sombra symbol over it finished, and then the text, and then this one will be done. And then it shouldn't take me too much longer to finish the other ones. And I think I gotta go to work. We'll see. Maybe I'll work on the script some. Not sure yet. Probably not though, but we'll see. I already like spent most of the social meter for the day. I go and interact with people so little in my day-to-day life. I like never leave the house and just work on YouTube or play games all day. So it looks like I've got maybe like 3 good hours of talking to people in me. But like streaming and like doing anything else at the same time, or even probably streaming just on its own, requires so much mental effort. I'm not sure that you could actually like do a good stream for much longer than like 4 hours, maybe 6 at the most. Past that, like, probably deteriorates. Have you made a video about how April Fool's creator patches have changed over the years? No, we have not. I don't know how well that would do, to be honest, because I just don't think people care that much about it. I mean, people didn't even care about the PvE, like the history of PvE in the game, really. Do they have a new mythic weapons skins every season? No, I think it's gonna be a mythic weapon and a mythic skin every season, so that you both get to and have to choose between like which one you get, and if you want both, you have to pay. And if you don't want both, you still get to spend your prisms on something. It just depends on how you look at it, I think. I think you could easily make the case for both, it being good and bad. Do you make oatmeal or something? Okay. Pop-Tart. You can smell the Pop-Tart. I guess I need to do some like actual Overwatch streams at some point. Alright, see you later. Thanks for stopping by. I'm here doing these every time I have to make a thumbnail for a video, so that's going to be random, but I will be here. Sometimes. Streaming is just like, I don't know. I wonder how much of a waste of time, because you know, Devin Nash says that it is a waste of time because you're not actively doing anything that could grow your audience really. But I wonder how much is to be said for strengthening the relationship with your audience in comparison, or like at the same time. Like, how important is that? Wait, what? Oh, I got confused. And then I also wonder from like an actual content perspective of doing these, like, would it be better to just be like silent and just like work on the thumbnail in silence, so that somebody could like put the stream up of me like coloring this in and like watch something that's gonna be actually like entertaining at the same time? Not sure which is better. But then the streaming, well, then I guess it's not really a waste of time, because I have to do this anyway. But think I might have grabbed the wrong color at one point and colored in like this section, like this right here should have been a different color. I think I'm gonna have to go in and fix that. Ooh, no, what have I done? Possibly. We'll see. Probably doesn't make like any difference at all, let's be real. But I'm gonna do it anyway. That has to be done. Okay, I didn't do it everywhere, it looks like. Just in that one spot for some reason. Okay. I can do what some of those streamers do, and it's like you have to pay me $5 for me to turn the mic on or turn the face cam on. That's always so funny to me. Stream ending soon? No, I have a lot of quite a bit more to do. I have a whole other, so I have to finish the shield. Then I have to do this gauntlet over here and the symbol, and then I have to like do the text, and then I have like more text I need to do. Yeah, I'm still gonna be here for a bit. I don't know how much longer, but definitely not done. Cool. Break shield finished. Oh, okay. Yeah, if it goes black, that's not good. That means my stuff's broken. I didn't even know. Alright, boom, got that one finished. Alright, on to the Doomfist gauntlet. Alright, but before I do that, I'll be right back. I'll run to the bathroom and get some more water. Take a small break. So, BRB. All right, I'm back. Also, first of all, thanks for everybody who's been here and who is here. I appreciate y'all sitting with me because it's way more fun to work on thumbnails and occasionally have somebody to talk to than to not. And also, if you take medication, you should take your medication now. I'm not medicated anymore. I'm free of the pharmaceutical industrial complex, but now I'm a slave to the vitamin industrial complex. I gotta take my vitamins and my minerals. Before I forget. Alright. Let's knock out the doomfist gauntlet. Where do we want to start this at? Yeah, I know. You're welcome. Hopefully there's another person too. They remember to take their crazy pills. Does my audio sound okay? Also? Just curious. It says, I keep getting this pop-up that's like, your bit rate's at 0. We recommend this. Is the BMO in the room with us right now? Are the BMOs in the room with us? See, people are asking like, what's the best Kiri skin? What's the best Ana skin? But the real question is, what's the best Teemo skin? Okay, that's good. But it's normal. Space Group Teemo. I hope so. I don't think there's a single elderly person watching me though. And if they are, I should try and sell them gold or jewelry or something. Okay. That done. BF. Best Gwen skin? Cafe Cuties. I don't even know all of Gwen's skins. It's the only character I played, and I know that one though, I think. Maybe. No, guys, you're. Oh, wait, I closed it. Hold on. What's it called? I want to see. I want to see the new Gwen skin. Hey, guys, check this out. Check these guys out. Remember these guys? Just a throwback to these guys, real quick. Love these guys. Especially this one. Nice. Looking pretty good so far, I'd have to say. Still much work to be done. Really curious to see how any of these shorts do that we're making. We've made a few shorts in the past, but they were about a different game. um, where I think we were the only person even making shorts on that game, so like it's not really a fair comparison. And those are the only shorts we've really made, so no experience making them, no idea what exactly does well, what doesn't do well. It's definitely gonna be a learning experience. And then it's like, is it even worth it to make them because they don't make any money? But they are good for like exposure. But I guess they're worth it on that front. And if we can make them with less effort, you know, if they're not taking up too much time, then it could definitely be worth it. And especially since YouTube seems like they have like no intention of backing off of shorts, considering they just added the ability to make them 3 minutes long, or they're about to add that. I think it's safe to like put some time in there, invest in them a little bit, and see what happens. There's a lot of people watching Overwatch shorts, so there's definitely an audience for it. Okay, been pretty good so far. I think I think this. You know, on second thought, after looking at this one, the Brig shield doesn't look nearly as cool as I thought it was going to once it's finished. Probably because it's so bland and gray. I'm not even sure people will recognize this as Brig's shield, just from looking at it. But hopefully they will. And it's going to be very small on mobile, but it may not really read all that well. But I think the Doomfist gauntlet will look really good. And I could always swap because you know you'll see the Brig shield first when you're scrolling on the homepage in the recommended. Could always make it the one on the left. Those are some more of the like little things that it's like, does this actually matter? Will this change the performance of this thumbnail? And for us, something I think thought about a lot is I actually don't think our thumbnails matter a whole lot. Like in general, I think because of the style of thumbnails we use, I think our thumbnails really only serve to get you to stop scrolling for the most part. Like you see them and it's like, oh, haha, look at that, Overwatch, and then you read the title. I think that's all they really do. I don't think, like for example, let's pull one up. Let's pull up the rarest skin one. So you see this, right? And it's like, oh, bright color catches your eye, and you're like, oh, expensive skin, this one's gone. Like, is that really creating all that much curiosity in like the audience? Is that really like pulling you in and saying, oh my god, I have to click on this video because I saw this thumbnail? Or is it like you're scrolling, boom, you see this and you're like, oh shit, this catches my eye, and then you read the title and you see the rarest skins in Overwatch and you're like, oh, I want to know what the rarest skins are. I think it's much more the second one. Because the thumbnails that we use are so minimalistic, I think they do kind of like they're not the reason you click on the video. They get you to stop scrolling on the homepage and look at the title, and then you read the title and you're like, oh, that's something I'm interested in. Or you decide that's not something you're interested in and you move on. I don't think they do a lot more than that. But I could be wrong. What do I know? Okay, we need to do one of the hard parts now. I pretty much always save those towards the end. But I have to figure out, like, I have to separate what is actually a part of the gauntlet over in this section and what's not. That's always annoying. Even though I take these pictures in like 9D or whatever, 9 times the resolution of my monitor, sometimes they still come out pretty like difficult to read. See, like, this is Doomfist's shoulder, right? Or was he punching the ground here? Is that his pants? I wish I had the original image still so I could look at it. Maybe I do. Hold on. I'm not even going to be able to tell. I don't know why I'm bothering. I don't know which one this is from. Not going to be able to tell. Just going to have to wing it. We'll see what happens. This looks fine so far, though. I think. We'll see. Need a line here. Turn that off. I can't tell what this is to even include it. Why are the Overwatch shorts mid? What about them is mid? Yeah, I think shading would probably help in a lot of places, but we don't do any shading on the thumbnails ever as like a stylistic choice. Now, could some sort of shading be done here maybe and it still kind of fall within that stylistic choice? Possibly. We'll look at it. We'll go back to it later. But yeah, if you look at any of our thumbnails, none of them have any kind of like shading to them. I'm pretty sure, at least from my memory. Not that we can't change the thumbnail style or like tweak it over time. But it does give the whole channel like a really consistent look for the time being. But I'm sure, as you know, like in like 3 years or whatever, you know, if we're still making Overwatch content, so I'm sure we will be to some degree. Like, does that mean that the style never needs to evolve in any way, shape, or form? Probably not. Probably have to change a little over time. This is the part I was worried about most. How do you draw a spike at this angle? I think that'll work. Like do like a circle for the base. Line, 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 line. But that looks really bad. What if it was just like this? That also looks bad. This looks okay. I think we'll maybe stick with the 4 points on it. I don't know. Those are looking pretty bad. You know what? I say, just not worry about it right now. Come back to it later. That's a problem for future me to deal with. For now, just get the rest of it done. The pretty helpful thing I heard Adam Savage say is this a problem you need to solve right now, or is this a problem that the world will solve out for you, or will solve for you? True. If it's difficult or stopping you from getting work done, Just forget about it. Come back to it later. The worst that could happen. I think I have a good 4 to 6 hours, maybe 6 hours of thumbnailing in me. As I mean, we're coming up on the 4-hour mark now. Oh well, no, we're just crossed the 3-hour, like 15 minutes ago. So yeah, I would say like 4 to 6 hours is probably the longest I could do this well. Or if my eyes would start bleeding. Okay, looking pretty good. We'll turn the overlay off. Oh yeah, we're missing that there, that line, and then we're missing this. Okay. Catch this detail. Turn it off. Looks pretty good to me. Looking pretty solid. This is the Overwatch 1 gauntlet. It's actually a really tough decision that I have to make all the time, and I never know what the right answer is. Do I use Overwatch 2 stuff when I'm doing these, or do I use Overwatch 1 stuff? I pretty much always go with whatever I think is more recognizable or more like looks cooler. See, like that's the Brig shield from Overwatch 2. Gotta find the right gold color here. Gold is a gold because it's metal. Actually, I think the other one looks better. Yeah, I think we'll just stick with the one I think I did pretty good job picking it the first time. Oops. Yeah, it's a nice little detail. I like that it's there. I think I always try to go. I think I normally lean towards like Overwatch 1 stuff most of the time because we try and make videos that like anybody who has even like heard of Overwatch or like played it once will watch. Just because it, you know, it's more viewership and that the videos will appeal to more people. But it's rough. Rough making that choice every time. And some of the characters like changed pretty significantly from their Overwatch 1 to Overwatch 2 move. Like Genji looks a lot different because, you know, they give him clothes. Not running around naked anymore. Ooh, no, no, no. Wait a second. Yeah, Echo. I think Echo's the only one, right, who didn't get a new upgrade. Well, I think that's probably because Echo probably looked like how they wanted her to in Overwatch 2 anyway. because she came out so close to the end of Overwatch 1 and is really the only character that like they were working on Overwatch 2 and the stuff pretty heavily by then anyway, I think, from my understanding of the timeline. Yeah, that's also true. Definitely could be. I think that would make sense. I mean, like she is a but and then like you know, Bastion's a robot. They gave him a little hat, so like they should have just given Echo a little hat too. But yeah, I think it was probably just more so that she didn't need an update because that's how she was gonna look by then anyway. It's looking kind of like light, I want to say, for the. I think that's not really doing it. Maybe up the saturation and then do yellow. I think that looks a little better. I don't know. We'll adjust it at the end, I think. Oh God, what happened? What happened? I don't know what I feel like I broke it. Looks like it's dying to re-render the. I don't know. Hello. Never had this happen before. It looks like it's fixing itself slowly, so I guess I just won't worry about it. But that's really weird. Probably should save, just in case it's been a while. I'm so happy it's Friday. It's so awesome. Take one day a week off. We work Monday through or Sunday through Friday. So Saturday is the one day off. It's so awesome. I can't wait for Saturday. So excited to do nothing. I love doing nothing. It's just it's less like I love doing nothing. It's more like I just like the pressure of not having to worry about the next video or anything in the meantime. Just like having a day to chill out, relax a little. Because otherwise, it's like constant, like, oh man, we gotta get the next video out. We gotta work on this. How are we gonna go from here to there? What are we gonna do? So, I've been trying to work on like being off when I'm off and on when I'm on. So complete energy whenever I'm working on stuff. And then whenever I'm not working, no energy at all. No thinking, no opening the YouTube Studio app, no thinking about anything related to YouTube at all. Don't even go on Discords. Don't even go on the YouTube Discords I'm in. Nothing. Completely away from it all. But then the mastermind thing I pay to be in is on Saturday, so that kind of gets blown out the window a little bit. Overwatch creators, when they're done making Overwatch content, my day off time to play some Overwatch for fun. True. True, true, true. Except lately, I actually haven't been. I feel like I need to get the battle pass done, and I want to try the competitive drives thing out. But otherwise, like I probably wouldn't even play Overwatch. I haven't been lately. We've been playing like Fortnite and stuff. Do these little bits down here? Yeah, they do. But I making content on Overwatch is my job, and I literally never play Overwatch during the week. I don't play video games at all during the week. There's just no time to, and like to actually get anything done, because I have to work my job, and then I have to stop doing that, and then like write scripts or make thumbnails or come up with ideas. Like for flats and stuff, I'm sure that they get sick of it because they like literally play Overwatch for a living, but I don't really play Overwatch for a living. I make content about Overwatch for a living, which is, it sounds like it would be the same thing almost, but it doesn't really wind up being the same at all. I still have an IRL job. My partner is full time, so we're like halfway there. We're not making enough yet for me to feel comfortable quitting. And plus, my job is very flexible. Like I can work any time of the day, and I can work up to 8 hours a day. So I have a lot of freedom in mind to really work whenever I want. So I'll even whenever we're making enough, like I'll probably hang on to my job for a while. But we would need to make like several $1,000s more than we are now for me to feel comfortable quitting. And I'm not even really sure that we can do that through Overwatch. Maybe whenever we finally reach our target of the number of videos we're looking to get out per month, maybe then we can, because if we're putting out twice as many videos as we are right now, theoretically you make twice as much money. But there will be some cost associated with it, and you know, not every video will do well, and blah blah blah. So it won't be a one-to-one twice as much money, I don't think. But we'll see. Okay, we need like this gray color here, I think. How many gray colors do we really need here? Doesn't look like too many. I think it looks like there's sort of like a brown color there. Oh, what the hell? I don't know what that was about. Piston sort of deals here. I think that's what they are, is pistons. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Yeah, it's really tough to tell like what's a what's a color difference and like what's a lighting, what's like up to the lighting. Sometimes I'll go and take like another screenshot of the character just like standing. I want this to be like, so it's the same color right now as like this right here. I want it to be different. I want it to be darker. We'll like this color. Yeah, I'm always trying to find that balance of like, this is the color of the character. And then like, this is what I'm choosing to do so that it looks good on a thumbnail. I'd say that's like the most artistic part of this process. Not too much more to it than that. Color choice. What lines do you trace over? What lines don't you trace over? Can't believe somebody thought I was from the UK. That's crazy. I'm not entirely sure where to place the Sombra, like EMP symbol, either on this. I think it needs to be here so that it's clear, or like more clear with the hack fist thing. Like I think it just makes sense for it to be there. But I don't think it necessarily has like a good place over here. Just gotta finish this, and then the gauntlet is done. One step closer. True. Could try lowering the opacity. We'll see what that does. Don't do that too often in the thumbnails because I think it one, there's not a lot of overlap on things. And I get afraid of messing with the sort of cell shaded style. I think it winds up look like you can really easily like mess it up and then it doesn't quite look the same anymore. Okay. Gauntlet finished, nearly. We have the knuckles still. I still don't know what to do about this. I think I'm just gonna color them in, but that doesn't look right. Like it looks like that. Like you can't even tell that they're supposed to be pointed. Something has to. I have to put a line somewhere. I think. Okay, what if it was just one line like this? Now they look like clocks. Okay. Time fist. What about just like a dot on the point? That looks a little better. Still not right though. Okay. What about one singular line? Haven't tried that yet. Right now they look even. Now they look like gauges or something. Oh man, whatever. You know what? Who cares? Nobody's gonna care. I should quit worrying about it. Color them in. Who's even gonna know? They do look kind of silly though. Now that I look at them. Okay. I'm gonna try the one line again. I think maybe that had the highest potential for looking good. I don't know, man. Can't even like tell from this far away, which is how it'll be on mobile. We're just gonna leave it like that. Whatever, who cares? On to the next thing. Okay, Sombra's symbol. I think that already looks pretty good. We could try like, oops, maybe like that. Really only need to draw over this. This shouldn't take me long at all. Oops. It might even be worth it to like try and color this in with something other than black so that we can still see the outline possibly. Like even if it's just like a really dark purple. Eh. The real question is do I want that outline around this? Like a second line essentially that just follows this one? Or is this gonna be good enough? Let's try it without it. Okay, I need to take the eraser. Oh man, what the hell? And go around the edge here. Rid of this excess purple. Okay. That looks pretty good, I'd say. Maybe do one other color and then grab this and make it like a really dark, really saturated purple. Hmm. You know, How I feel about that. I think I'm getting. Okay, so this is the original. Wait, no, this is the original? No. This is. I'm confused now. There's so many layers here. Hold on. We're going to go one at a time. This is. Okay, this right here. Full opacity. This is like a gray layer I put over it for some reason at some point. Okay, there we go. This is like the original thing that we were working with. I feel like this on its own actually looks pretty good. I don't know. This also looks fine though. Yeah, I think it just needs to be like an even darker shade of purple. We'll try this. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks fine. The details are so small anyway that like it kind of all meshes together as is. So I feel like it just needs to be like the purple needs to be so dark that it looks almost black from a distance. We turn this off, like you can see the little points, but like this just looks better, I think. Yeah. Well, maybe not. Here's the original, and here's no outline. That looks. I don't know. I guess maybe I could erase this around the outline a little bit. Yeah, that looks a little better, I think, actually. And then just go with the solid. Go with how it was before. It looks good. Then I just gotta paint underneath everywhere so that it fills in the complete thing here. Okay. Then it is on to the text. That looks good. Oh, oops. Play around with placement some. I feel like it's in the like perfect spot as is, so. Go ahead and save that. And now the text, which is on one of these layers. Here we go. Right here. Need the yellow color. Gotta find the right brush size. And then we'll go ahead and turn the opacity down on that. I'm gonna say 75. That's a little big. Let's go 60 again. 65? That looks good. Okay. like maximum concentration to draw these letters. Or at least the difficult ones. It's just because like you really only get one. You can't make any mistakes really. Because if you do, they're going to show up really bad and make the letter hard to read. You really only get the one shot, so to speak, at it. I can do it as many times as I want, but like any little imperfection is going to like be really apparent. Damn it. Okay, that's pretty good. And finally, the last most hated letter. Oh, come on, man. You do it. There we go. No, that's awful. I even drew into the other circle. Oh, man. This is so sad. It's embarrassing. I can't even draw the letter B. That one had a really good start and then kind of, oh, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, I think we can actually shrink this down just a touch too, because I sort of like went outside the lines a little. Just a touch. I like right there, and then it can come up a touch. Okay. Cool. Looks pretty good. And save that. Save as. PNG. Save. Done. Boom. Now we have just a little bit more to do because we need to. Oh, you're right. Good catch. Wait, now I've lost my. Did I close it? No, it's here. Good catch. I've done that more than once. Boom. Save. Save as. PNG. Make sure that saves that way. Blah, blah, blah. And also make sure we save it as the creative file. Okay. Now we need the hack fist and sombra fist, whatever text. One of these things has it on it. I don't know which one it is. It's not this, I guess. Let's close the rest of these out, because open. No. Oh, well, now I'm really confused. Okay, it has to be this one. Has to be the fifth one. Okay, those are not in yellow, though. I know I put them in yellow at some point and had them lined up. I swear. Where did it go? Is it on number 6 somewhere? Oh, here it is. Cool. These don't go here. Turn off. I'm so fucking disorganized. Okay. Now we just gotta do these two things and I'll be free. What are we thinking? Like 35? Yeah, that's pretty good. Could maybe even go a little bigger, actually. Let's do 40. Better. Maybe not. Yeah, let's go back to 35. It's too wide. I say I'll be free and I'm just gonna go work my job. It's an L. Big sad. Okay though. It's Friday. Gotta make it through however many hours I'm gonna work. And then it's video game time. Now I have to go through the script. I'm constantly keeping this running list of all of the stuff that I've got to get done in my head. I hate doing the S's also because they get this nice little like that like little point there. You see, and then they don't look right. It doesn't look good. Needs a little curve there, not a sharp angle. Yeah, I got that constant list of all the stuff that needs to be done in my head. This probably doesn't even matter. Let's just see how that's too big. Gotta get the script done for this video because the script is not even finished for this video and I'm working on the thumbnails. And then after that, once the script's edited and ready to go, then I gotta record the voiceover and the on-camera sections for it, and then it goes to my partner and they edit it. I don't have to think about it anymore. Yeah, I think maybe I could have gone thicker on this, but I think it'll look okay. We'll see once I turn the other lettering off. Not a good S. That looks pretty good to me. File, save as, and we will save that as number 6. Even though I think this is the same one, we'll just save it as 6 anyway. I doubt I'll need to mess with this again. Okay. And let's go ahead and get all of them open. Do I want to make this one? I don't think that this one is needed. I think the yellow ones are just better in every way than those, so... Oh no. I messed up. Okay, it's easy fix. Hold on. Yeah, that goes like that. Then we turn the broken thing back on. Boom. And then we save this as 5 or something. Oh, it's not 65. 5.0. No. PNG. Yes. Okay. So we have the 5.0 PNG. We got the 6.0 PNG. And we got the 1.0 PNG. Close these. Thumbnail 1. Thumbnail 2. Thumbnail 3. You know what? Pretty happy with the work that was accomplished today. I think they look pretty solid. The Bastion one has grown on me after seeing it again. I actually think it may be the best one. I think this one's a solid contender. I think I may actually want to fix the text on it though. I think it's too thick. We'll do one more bit of work on it. I just thought it was kind of too blocky and hard to read. It felt like it was kind of like smushed together. I really didn't like that about it with the thicker line. But we'll see how it looks with this thinner one. It makes like no difference, I feel like. In fact, I think this one looks better anyway. Okay, so that was a waste of time. Whatever. Maybe it's the too close to the edges. I don't know. It's probably okay. I'm probably worrying about nothing. Okay. Anything else that needs to be done? I don't think so. I think I'm good. I think I don't want to make either of these. I don't think this one right here needs to be made. I mean, even if we just compare like this. Like this one's just like wholly uninteresting, I feel like, to my eyeballs compared to the other ones. So, I think we're good on that. Okay, that's where I'm going to call it then. I've finished my job for the day. Got other stuff to do still, but that's enough for now. So, thanks everybody for tuning into the stream. Thanks for hanging out with me while I did this. I'll see you next time that I have to work on a thumbnail. Or maybe I'll actually play Overwatch or something soon. I don't know. We'll find out in the future. But thanks everyone. Appreciate y'all being here, and I'll see you next time.